for the Phoenix metro area.
If you live in the East Valley, dial up 95.9 FM to listen in. Stream us live everywhere at 1580thefanatic.com.
Or download the 1580 The Fanatic Sports app from the App Store or the Google Play Store.
We are 1580 The Fanatic, your new home for sports.
Everybody, Mark Asher, back to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time, and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now, you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Okay, you're back to dining out, but there's dining and there's dinnertainment. Get ready for an amazing dining experience like none you've ever had at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse in Scottsdale. When it comes to Asian cuisine, nobody does it better or more authentic than Kasai, where talented teppan chefs create the food, the fire, and the fun of teppanyaki. Choose from over 30 different items and combinations of teppanyaki, Asian fusion, and innovative sushi. Kasai Japanese Steakhouse. It's not just dinner, it's dinnertainment. A memorable dining experience where delicious 7-course meals prepared right at your table with flair. It's a perfect choice for celebrations, date nights, or a night on the town. Happy hour is always on fire and offered daily with specials on teppanyaki, sushi, cocktails, and more. Book your night of fun right now. Visit KasaiScottsdale.com. That's KASAI Scottsdale.com or call 480-607-1114. That's 480-607-1114. We'll see you there.
Last year, the series' most popular driver took home the championship.
This season,
It's anybody's guess who will win.
NASCAR heads to the heartland of America, Kansas Speedway, for the Bushy McBush 400 this Sunday at 11 a.m.
Don't miss a moment of the ground-pounding excitement of NASCAR.
sponsored by Phoenix Raceway.
And your new epicenter for NASCAR racing in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3.
The Fanatic. KQFN Tempe
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
and K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
People settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, buddy, it's Wednesday, right? It's Wednesday. You sure about that? I'm
Middle of
making
the
sure.
week. Yeah.
All right, good. Just making sure. It's Wednesday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside my heterosexual life partner, Randy White. We got Phil in there pushing the buttons and making a mess, and we are all here in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale, and you guys are on the Summit Mail Medical Text line, 888-368-1580. It is International Guide Dog Day, so you see a ref out there, an umpire out there, remember, ask for permission to pet their dog. When you see an official of the NFL or the Major League Baseball or the NBA, before you touch their guide dog, ask permission. And remember, you put your hand out like that. You don't put your fingers out. You could get bit. And you just make sure you move very nice and slow. Also, try not to startle the official because they don't know who's out there. They can't see you. So make sure you ask permission to pet their guide dog and make sure you make your presence known before you get too close because you don't want to startle them.
Oh, yeah, because did you see Angel Hernandez with that Cincinnati Reds Dodgers game last night?
No, I did not, but I would not be surprised if he blew some very serious calls.
It's insane just how blind the man is. I swear 2 inches in and out of the strike zone, and they're still called a third strike. It's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous.
That's par for his course, right? So anyways, now here's the thing. You know how long they've had guide dogs?
Since 1852.
The 1500s is where the first reference to guide dogs was. It was in a nursery rhyme. A is an archer, includes the line, B was a blind man led by a dog. So, it's been around since the 1500s.
Wow.
So
I was just going for 1852 for some reason.
probably is that when some of our more favorite sports just were starting to come into being.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
So that made you think that. So anyways, yes, King of Kittens, he texted in early because he had something on his mind immediately.
Now,
So
now.
before we get to the breaking news, there's a lot of breaking NFL news going on out there.
Yep.
I want to address his concern. He says, hey guys, what's up? Does anyone care that the NHL games, including the Stanley Cup finals, are being put on Turner Sports?
No,
not really. Why would we care?
no, that's because the NBC Sports Network. You gone.
Yeah. So they had to find a place to put that.
Yeah.
It's not a very popular American sport. I mean, we love hockey, but yeah, let's be honest, not so many people watch it. So they had to find a place for it. So here's the question: will Shaq, Charles Barkley,
No,
and
No.
little bald fellow with a bow tie,
no, Ernie.
no, Ernie's not gonna do. Okay.
No.
All right. Well, in that case, I really don't care. He says, or does anybody care that Canada, as I say, Canada might not let American teams play in Canada for the playoffs?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Now, how many teams are in Canada and how many teams are in America?
Well, let's see. You've got Calgary. You got Montreal. You
Right.
got Toronto,
Mhm.
Winnipeg.
Let me fast forward to the end. Are there more American teams than there are Canadian teams?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have they let American teams go to Canada to play during the regular
Not this
season?
year. Not this year.
So
no.
they have found a way to make it happen in the United States.
Yes.
To keep everybody safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep in mind it's the entire North Division,
Mhm.
I believe that's in Canada.
Okay. So why don't they just have the playoffs here instead of in Canada?
Well, that's a brilliant idea, Jeff Coe. I think we should write that down on station letterhead and send that to the commissioner of the NHL.
Seems like an easy fix, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Well, part of the problem is that NHL is somewhat refusing. Maybe it's on the players. Maybe they know they don't want to go down this struggle bus, but they are not acknowledging and going to the bubble format that they had last year. Nobody really wants that. And so because of that,
Mhm.
Canada is not
It's
allowing.
not Canada. It's Canada.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Jesus,
Yeah,
Phil.
sorry. for
Try to stay up with the
mispronouncing
program,
Oh,
Phil.
it. Yeah,
God.
absolutely.
Like
But
4 minutes in.
yeah,
I
since
know.
there's no way that they're doing a bubble for of any kind, they want to have each team host it. That's kind of why Canada is like, well, since you guys are being American, we're just gonna let you sort it
Since
out
we're
down there.
being American,
Yes, and
what does that mean?
that means being free with our choices and being free with where to place our butts in order to watch our sports.
Well, it's more about the COVID thing. We are pretty filthy with the COVID. And
yeah.
even though there's vaccinations going on and stuff, Canada is still kind of snobby against us about that whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the last thing you got to worry about is a team playing a team, and their teams are coming down here and playing our teams, right? And
Yes.
they're going through some protocols and doing.
now,
Are they only playing with themselves up there? If they're
NHL.
only playing with themselves up there, then
worse things have been said.
so is the Stanley Cup an inherently Canadian thing, or is that something that is was come up with in the United States? What is the history of
No, that
Stanley?
that is a Lord Stanley's Cup. That is
Right.
a Canadian
So
thing.
that have to be because that sounds British too. So, all right, I'm just trying to feel this thing out, man. I'm trying to think, hey, Canada, well, if you don't like it, why don't you guys sit out the playoffs and the Stanley Cup, and we'll just take care of the rest down here. You know, as long as we're clear to play these damn games down here, then we're going to keep doing that. But you start getting stupid about we can't come into our country because of this or that. It's like, okay, I get it. The United States has not been that careful about the COVID crisis, hasn't really, stepped up its game in stopping the spread by masking up and getting the vaccines. I understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
But if you guys are coming down here,
well, I don't think they are. I think this entire season, Canadian teams have been playing Canadian teams. American teams have been playing American teams.
Maybe it's time for an AHL, American Hockey League.
Well, it could be. But like for this week, the games this week, see if you notice a pattern here, okay? You've got just this week now, you have the Canadians playing the Flames, 2 Canadian teams. You got the Canucks playing the Senators, 2 Canadian teams. You got the Hurricanes playing the Stars, 2 American teams. The Avalanche playing the Blues, 2 American teams. And it goes on like that.
Mhm.
Oilers, Jets, that's Canadian.
So
Ducks, Kings, that
correct me if
is
I'm wrong.
American.
Then by what you're saying, no American team has played a Canadian team this entire season.
Yeah, and now that the fog is lifting off of my somewhat inebriated mind, I will tell you that I think that's the way it's been all season long. And
Right.
that's why there's an issue now.
Okay.
There's an issue. Are we going to have a legitimate Stanley Cup playoff? And are Canadian teams going to be a part of it?
All right. So here's what I suggest. To hell with Canada. Let's start the American Hockey League, and it's no longer the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
It's the Gretzky.
All right. So
We'll all
I
pay for the
love that.
Gretzky
Yeah,
Cup.
I love that. Now, the problem is, what do you do about this season? You've invested millions of dollars and players' times and energy playing this NHL season. What do we do
What we
about
do
this
is
season?
we tell the people up there in the CHL, the Canadian Hockey League,
Yeah.
that's cool. Stay home. We're going to have our own tournament now down here. We'll have our own Gretzky Cup. We don't give a crap what you and your 5 or 6 teams do up there. We'll see at the next war between our countries.
17.
7 teams. Yeah. All 7 of your teams can just play with themselves. You guys just go up there and play with yourselves.
Yeah.
We're going to play with ourselves down here.
Yeah.
And how many teams are in the US of A?
No, the majority.
I know, but how many? Somebody give me a count.
Oh my gosh.
All of a sudden, I feel some expansion teams coming on all over the country because people play hockey all
24.
over the country. So 24 is enough.
Yeah.
24 is enough to have a nice bit of playoffs. You still got Boston up there. You still got Philadelphia. You still got some of the classics. Throw in we only need, honestly, 6 more teams.
Yeah. So,
or I'm sorry, 8 more teams.
So yes, that is exactly what is going on here. American teams, the Central, East, and the West Division are all American teams.
All right, who's with me?
And the North Division is all Canadian teams.
Unaudio.
I am tired of being held down by those Canadians.
Held hostage.
Yes, and we, you can have that horrible herpes covered Stanley Cup that everybody does horrible things with every time they win it.
Yes.
We will have the Gretzky Cup. The great one himself will be able to present it for the very first time, and I think that we should do this. And somewhere in the future, oh, that's right, Large Marge. Ah, crap. Gretzky is Canadian.
Yeah, but he lives in America.
Well, yeah, he's famous for being on the LA Kings.
Yeah, he lives in America.
Yes, you're darn right.
Oh, son of a. All right. Well, can we still call it the Gretzky Cup?
Why not?
He played in America.
He played in the NHL.
Right.
And yes, he is a Canadian-born human being.
Well, he may not be too thrilled of us kicking the Canadians out of the league.
Well,
The AHL.
I mean, look at all the what do you have here in the North Division? You've got the Canucks, the Calgary Flames, the Canadians. You've got the
You literally have the
Edmonton
Canadians
Oilers.
in the division.
The Edmonton Oilers, that's where Gretzky made it a bunch of his hay. That's where the guy played for years and years before going to the Los Angeles Kings.
Where did he win the Stanley Cup the most?
With the Oilers.
Exclusively the Oilers.
Yeah, he didn't win one with the Kings, I don't believe.
All right. Well, okay. Then what do we call it if we can't call it the Gretzky Cup? What do we call
I think
it?
we have to call it the Gretzky
You
Cup.
can't call it the Gretzky Cup if he never won in
What
the
about
United States.
You want to talk American hockey player? What about the Gordie Howe Cup?
There you go. The Gordie Howe.
How about
Gordie
that?
Howe
Now
Cup.
you're talking.
How about that, Canada?
Suck on that, you maple syrup swilling bastards.
Yeah. What he said.
Do you think anybody who likes hockey is going to agree with me?
No.
Son of a bitch. Bob Swirsky says, yeah, calling it the Gretzky Cup is an even bigger slap in the face. I actually love that. Yeah, Canadians, they have horrible beer.
Molson Golden's not too bad.
No, he says we got to boycott their maple syrup and their bleepy beer.
Huh? All right.
So, I'm with you. I've never had a Molson. So, yeah, your beer is horrible. Raven Kid says, Jeffrey, do we consider that most of the American teams have a lot of Canadian players?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
geez.
we don't take that into account whatsoever.
That's true. I mean, if you go down the rosters, there's a hell of a lot of Canadians.
Yeah,
So what do
give
we
up
do
the
about that?
motherland or
Well,
stay around.
Well, I mean, they've been stuck in the United States. They're playing here hockey in the United States. Damn it, they're American.
I don't know French, but how do you say, would you like to defect? We got to get a translator and see if they want to defect to the United States.
I see.
And then make them
Translator.
immediate American citizens to continue playing hockey in our league, because
could
I'm
happen.
sure, you've seen the exchange rate.
Yeah.
They make more money here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they oodles more money here.
I think so. They used to be that way.
Oh no,
I don't know
still
if it's
do.
that way anymore.
Yeah, they still do. Yeah.
I know they like to, these damn Canadians like to come down here and buy our properties.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they start renting them back to us for like $9 million.
Yeah. That's what happens.
A week.
I don't know. The Canadian exchange is real tricky for me.
Hmm.
Fish Tank says, did somebody say Teddy Bronco? Hey, you got to admit it, Phil. This makes your team better, and it only costs you a 6th-round pick. That's right. That was part of the NFL breaking news today. Teddy Bridgewater is now the quarterback for your Denver Broncos.
And it was a great deal, too. The Broncos only going to pay $3 million for this guy.
Yeah,
Poor
actually.
Teddy Bridgewater, though, his ego has got to take a huge slap. Like, oh, you're trading me? Did you guys get a 1st-round pick? No, we got a pick. Oh, 2nd round. Yeah. Oh, you got multiple? No, you probably should just get on the plane.
And
We
we actually
round pick is kind of embarrassing.
And they had to pay his salary for the majority of it. And
Right.
that doesn't help. at
Sounds
all.
like that Carolina really wanted to get rid of him.
So he shows up there in Denver. It's like, so how much are you guys paying me? Well, about that. Nobody is going to feel good about that if you're Teddy Bridgewater. You're going to feel very embarrassed by the whole thing.
You know
Yeah.
what? Teddy Bridgewater's going to play football in the NFL.
Sure he is.
And I'm sure he's going to be happy to be competing for a job
No,
and
don't say
playing
that.
in the NFL.
Don't say that.
I think he is.
Don't say the word compete when the only person up front of him is Locke. There's no competition.
There's no lock on
well,
who's
the
gonna win
bottom
that.
line is he's got to go in there and he's got to show himself worthy of taking over the starting job for the Denver Broncos. I mean, let's face it, they need Teddy Bridgewater to
Okay,
compete.
listen,
Look,
Drew
Randy.
Locke's sitting there. All he's got to do is make half his passes in practice without even being pressured by a defense, and he wins. Drew
Yeah.
Lock is horrible.
Yeah, Randy, if we look at even last year where Drew Lock had the whole job to himself, he wasn't sitting behind anybody,
Uh-huh.
and they just gifted him the job. He had a quarterback rating of 48.8. So we'll call it an even 50. Just
Nice.
for,
Randy,
just for
yours
funsies.
was higher.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
you
that's true.
sitting on your couch, you didn't make any mistakes that Drew Lock
Beg
did.
your pardon. I don't sit on couches. I've got a recliner.
Damn
Excuse
right.
me.
What is it? What is this?
Hell's the
Canada?
matter with you?
You're right. Wait, you don't could you be sitting on a love seat?
It's a love seat recliner rocker combo, my friend.
You're damn
Wherever
right.
Randy seats is a love seat.
That's right. Yep, that's it.
Teddy Bridgewater last year had a 64.2 quarterback
Mm,
rating. Automatically, we have an upgrade
Slightly
there.
better.
Slightly better. But listen, honestly, it's a grown-up in the room. I like that. Think of it like Ryan Tannehill or I don't know, Ryan Fitzpatrick, where wherever they go, there are serviceable options there. And in honor of Steve, who left and said, "Hey, you guys got yourself a quarterback." And I was like, "Yeah, up yours, Steve." Now, and so, but
That was the appropriate response.
yes, because I knew he meant it in jest. I knew what that meant. But Teddy Bridgewater, call me crazy. I kind of like this. I like the timing. I like that we now have a quarterback who can weather the ship and we won't lose games because of.
Is he going to be better than last year? He was 0 for 8 in games where he needed to throw a touchdown
right,
pass
so-
in the fourth quarter.
The question then is, was Carolina's offensive line and wide receivers better or worse than Denver's?
Boy, I don't
Wide
know.
receiver was not as good as what I think he's going to be acquiring here in Denver. And his defense, for sure, will be a lot better in Denver, which helps, especially for a game managing type quarterback who won't make a lot of mistakes, who just needs you. Hey, we'll make sure that we get you game in and game out, week in, week out. We will get you about 15 points to 21 points, somewhere in there. And if the defense can hold them to 10 or something, that'll win you about 8-8.
Are
That's an
you
improvement.
okay with calling him Teddy Bronco?
No, you got to earn
No.
that.
Okay, because Fish Tank just keeps calling him Teddy Bronco.
No. You got to earn that.
And he had a clever line, though. Yeah,
What,
you're
yeah.
going to hear it. It's a lock. Teddy Bronco starts.
Yeah.
Because Drew Lock is.
Yeah.
There are a whole lot of puns going on here.
But I love
I hate puns.
I love the allowance that this has for the Broncos. This means that they can sit tight at number 9 and they don't have to trade up. They can let somebody fall back to them if they want to and still be fine for a year while they reset and then get Vic Fangio out.
Right,
Do the
so-
Broncos still go after a quarterback?
I think they do.
In the draft, yeah, for sure. If it's not in the first round, in the second.
Right. I
Okay.
mean, if you can't get one of the top 5 guys you might be thinking about, then yeah, you go for the next best player and then pick up a cheap quarterback later. Because you're either getting Teddy Bridgewater, a backup, or you're going to have Teddy Bridgewater as a backup for some punk or vice versa. Now you've got a competition. some rookie versus Teddy Bridgewater. But Drew Lock, they know what he is. They know who he is. There's no competition.
Phil,
it's over.
I hate to tell you this. You know what this signals, though?
What is it?
This signals the end of the Broncos' pursuit of Deshaun Watson. I'm sorry.
No, I
You
don't
did
think
not
that's what this
win.
means.
You did not win. Case closed.
I don't think that's what this signals.
No, yeah.
You know what?
Especially with this, how cheap as he is, we can definitely move on from him.
8 different teams were sniffing around on Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
And I would bet you that they are still sort of sitting there going, well, we could do that. You know, they probably, here's what is happening with the Deshaun Watson thing is becoming more and more of a civil situation and less of a criminal situation. So now the NFL still can make a decision on that, just like they still can make some decisions based on Antonio Brown. But when you're looking at Deshaun Watson and the rub and tug situation, if it all moves over to the civil, and he can go through there and he can get that stuff taken care of, swept under the rug or settled. I mean, again, we can't always assume his guilt, but that's a whole lot of damn smoke for there to be no fire.
Yeah.
Anyway, if he gets through this without any major issues, then absolutely he's just going to keep on playing in the NFL, and absolutely those same 8 teams, even now, are probably.
Oh yeah, the set.
Don't want to give up too much.
However,
if there's a chance.
However, I still think Teddy Bridgewater to the Broncos signals the end of their pursuits for Deshaun Watson.
I do not believe that is correct.
I do.
You know, the only thing that is going to signal the end of any team's pursuit of Deshaun Watson is going to be the news report that he's been arrested or that he is up on charges. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Or somebody has a videotape. Yeah, that's a possible. Bob, Kraft from the Patriots.
Yeah,
there was a video. It existed.
Yeah, and he still got off. Though.
More
ways than one.
Yeah, we saw that.
Nobody saw the video.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah,
but he admitted what happened. They admitted what happened. Everybody knows what happened, and yet zero consequences to Bob Kraft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it. He's an owner, so it's going to be a little bit different.
More so than an owner, he's a billionaire.
Okay,
let's also remember that Ben Rapesberger just had an amazingly long career figuring on what he was into.
It just came to me.
Yes,
this
sir.
is I know we're up against a break. It just came to me. This is what's going to happen. The Patriots and Rob Kraft is going to go to Houston. And he's going to get Deshaun Watson off. And it's part of the deal. He's going to go ahead and get Deshaun Watson to go to the Patriots.
Right.
And in exchange, they're going to send that, what's his name? Bellfinger. And what was it? Heffelmiter and Bellfinger. Those 2 backups.
STD him.
You're going to send old, what's his name?
Newton.
Newton. That's
that guy.
Yeah. All of them are going to go to Houston for Deshaun Watson. And it's only because Bob Kraft knows how to get Deshaun Watson off.
Ooh.
Yeah, nobody knows how to get Deshaun Watson off like Bob Kraft.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yep.
All right, more of this riveting analysis and other breaking news in the NFL. We come back. We have another metric load of draft stuff to talk about, but that's not all. There was a baseball game last night.
What?
Yes, there are some NBA games that happened last night. Things that must be discussed as we get ready for NFL Draft 2021. So we will try to cram it all into 1 3-hour show if possible. It's generally not because it's really the super fans' fault because they text in stuff. You know, that's what happens. So by all means, we should take more time going to break, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I just like seeing Phil sitting there like, 58th Fanatic.
Last year, the series' most popular driver took home the championship. This season, it's anybody's guess who will win. NASCAR heads to the heartland of America, Kansas Speedway, for the Bushy McBush 400 this Sunday at 11 a.m. Don't miss a moment of the ground-pounding excitement of NASCAR. Sponsored by Phoenix Raceway and your new epicenter for NASCAR racing in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends over at the Lund Mortgage Team. Are you seeing what is going on in the home buying market right now? Unbelievable. Not enough inventory, and there is a ton of demand. Some of these homes are getting 30, 40, 50 offers on them. How How are you going to stand out? How are you going to differentiate yourself from the other buyers who are in line? I have a way. Use the Lund Mortgage Team. Lund Mortgage Team is locally owned and operated with over 20 years of experience right here in the Valley. They have a great reputation, and it is a trustworthy pre-approval. And on top of that, they are quick. That's one of the things. You got to come equipped and be ready to buy. So what you need to do is make that first phone call to 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940. Get that pre-approval going and then get yourself ready to go buy that home of your dreams. Go online, lundmortgageteam.com, or call 623-875-9940.
Thank goodness it seems like the worst is over, but is your business back to pre-COVID numbers? Hi, Bruce Jacobs here to invite you to take advantage of a great opportunity to promote that you are open and ready to serve with our affordable Open for Business advertising package. You'll only spend hundreds, but reach thousands of potential new customers. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com and click on the link for Open for Business package. This offer will not last long. The Open for Business package on 1580 The Fanatic. Now let's all get back to business.
It's party time in Cleveland. No, the city isn't celebrating a pro sports championship.
Do they even have pro sports championships in Cleveland?
Anyway, the NFL has chosen Cleveland to host the 2021 NFL Draft, and your exclusive home of the NFL is all over it.
Like a rash between your thighs on a warm summer day.
It's the NFL Draft Live, April 29th, on your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56, 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatics.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Coming up tomorrow at 2 p.m., we have the VSiN. By the way, that's how they say it. I thought it was VSiN.
VSiN.
It's VSiN. The VSiN draft preview show at 2 p.m. Then we'll be on for a couple hours, and then the actual draft happens, and the VSiN live draft show will be on with Brent Musburger and a bunch of other VSiN hosts.
It's a live draft, yeah.
And yeah, it's a VSiN. It's very good. There'll be a live draft of everything. We're going to see who's going to be a quarterback for your stupid team.
We have the sausage and the VSiN to do what we want.
You put your sausage away. There are children here. Oh, it's so funny in Germany. I don't know what's happening either. Anyway, so that's happening tomorrow. So the VSiN live draft show will have. And here's what's great about that is they'll be covering the prop bets and I'm sure odds for Super Bowl in the future and every angle of betting that you have on the draft or in the NFL. They will have the angle for you. 888-368-1580. King Kitten says, "Hey, what's going on? It's cold. It's windy. It's cloudy. North Scottsdale. What's going on, Randy?"
Well, yeah, there is from the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center, there is a storm brewing.
It's supposed to be gone by now.
Yeah, well, it's kind of coming from the northeast and heading southeast, scraping across the Phoenix metro area. So out here in Scottsdale, we've got some winds, light rain, drizzle, 72 degrees current temperature. I would expect this to get out of here pretty quick. It's a fast moving storm. As I look here on the 1580 The Fanatic Doppler radar, it's screaming right through the area. So no fear. It shouldn't be too much longer of this weird water-like substance falling from the heavens. From the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center, Chief Meteorologist Randy White. Back to you, Jeff. Go.
Thank you. Yeah, it was raining earlier. Radio Ron comes in the building.
Was it rain or was it drizzle?
I don't know because he came in and said, "Hey, it's raining out there." And I said, "Really?" He goes,
drizzle.
I said, "I had no idea." He says, "Well, maybe look out the window." He got a little snarky on me. And I'm like, I don't like to look out the window. I keep my window in my office closed.
Well,
I don't like to watch people walk around get rained on.
Yeah, well, and now ever since that sniper incident, you kind of keep your blinds closed.
I cleared that up. Everybody knows it was a paint gun.
Okay.
And it was, I apologize to the mail carriers over there.
Yeah.
So,
well,
I don't know why you got to bring that up.
Well,
888-368-1580. Circumcised Mosquito says, "I'm actually in North Scottsdale right now." Bragging. He says, I've been up here for the past couple hours, and that storm is all around me, but ain't dropping any water on the ground yet.
Yeah, just slight.
Oh, wait, check that. He says, just started coming down enough to smear the dust off my windshield.
Yeah,
That is annoying.
It's not even really rain. I would say this is more of a sprinkle or a drizzle, if you will. Yeah. Yeah.
Now you made me think of dessert because they always say they're going to drizzle caramel on it or something.
Oh.
Do you still have those candy bars in there?
Yeah, I got the candy bars. Also, I got some Jolly Ranchers and stuff like that. In case anybody cares, my wife is. She's like, "Did you mix the Jolly Ranchers with the little chocolate candies?" And Phil just left. He left his post.
Yeah,
he couldn't wait till the break.
You're right in the middle of the question.
Wow. And she says, "Did you put them in together?" I said, "No. I want to give them all the chocolate. They get all happy. They eat the chocolate. And then I put the Jolly Ranchers and they're like, oh, all right. Yeah. And then they'll just have a few Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah,
and the next thing you know, bam, chocolate.
Yeah.
I'm going to mess with everybody's
See,
minds.
I think that's the way you should go about it, Jeff.
Mhm.
Yeah. Keep them guessing.
Yep. Any chance you get to mess with somebody's mind, you take that.
Yeah.
You take that and you don't look back.
That's right.
Large Marge on the text line says, all right, the AHL, the American Hockey League that I am suggesting, getting the Gretzky Cup instead of the Lord Stanley.
No, I think did we changed it from the Gretzky? We changed that, didn't we?
The Gordie Howe.
Yeah, the Gordie
Howe. That's right, because we can't have a Canadian,
right?
And we're not going to have some, I don't know, fruity English lord or something.
Right.
Where it's just going to be the Gordie Howe Cup.
How about the instead of after a player, let's just call it the Emperor's Cup.
Well, who's the Emperor?
Aren't
if
you
it's
the
me,
Emperor?
Well, until I am the Emperor, we got to probably go with the Gordie Howe Cup.
I think it should be the Emperor's Cup.
Listen, I'm not arguing with you. I have told you for many years.
Yeah.
If I were your emperor, things would be different around here.
And we'd have our own American Hockey League, for example.
Damn straight we would.
Yeah.
Or we would just, I'm emperor. It'll take I just need a pickup truck and a couple of guys with some axe handles.
Yeah.
We can go up and take that country.
Okay.
And we'll take Canada. It becomes part of the United States.
Yeah, the lines will be destroyed, and then
right.
will become sovereign property.
And by God, if the price of maple syrup doesn't go down when I'm done, I'm going to go by George W. Bush's house and say, what the hell's wrong with us? Okay? That's what I'll do.
I think you should.
Anyway, so the American Hockey League.
Yeah.
The Gordie Howe Cup.
Yes.
Yeah.
I still like the
Gordie, how you doing?
Well, he says no Red Wings allowed.
Detroit?
Yeah, well, Large Marge, that's in the United States. Although, we wouldn't mind giving Detroit back to Canada if they wanted it.
Well,
seriously.
After this NFL season, once I win my bet against Phil.
He says, how about you call the trophy the Miracle on Ice Trophy? That's a long name. Like Gordie Howe. Hey, we're playing for the Gordie Howe. It's a lot easier than...
Flows off the tongue.
Yeah. But it's not a bad idea.
Got bad news for you. Bad news for you.
Just kind of a bad idea.
Gordie Howe,
Randy.
Canadian.
Son of a bitch!
Yeah.
Are there any great American hockey players we can name? Now we're going to have to use Large Marge's idea. It's going to have to be the Miracle on Ice Trophy.
Yes, no.
Well, we won't even call it the Miracle on Ice Trophy. We'll call it the Miracle Trophy.
Hockey.
No, then everybody will say it was a miracle you won.
What about Patrick Kane? Does he do anything for you?
No.
Ooh, what about Shane Doan? Is he American?
Yeah, we could say Shane
the Donor Cup.
How about the Mike Madonna Cup? There's an American
Mike
player.
Madonna played for the Stars.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Shane Doan was born
Bobby
in Canada.
Hull, Brett Hull.
Now the Brett Hall, Brett was American.
Brett and Bobby.
Yeah.
Anybody?
Shane Doan was born in Canada.
God.
Halkirk, Canada, wherever that is.
Does he, wait. Is he a citizen now? Because he's still here.
Well,
he's still hanging around.
He's a citizen. Sure he is. Yeah.
If he's not, I'm having his ass deported as soon as I'm member.
Well, no, it's Shane Doan. He's a friend of the program.
No, no, absolutely. We've had him on the show. I like him, good guy.
All
but I'm
right,
going to
let's
say,
see here.
hey, Shane, time to pick your side, buddy.
Do you know his parents' name?
Why would I know his parents' name right off the top of my head?
You had him on the show. You guys are our best friends.
I'm going to say Dorothy and Stan.
No, Bernie and Bernice Doan.
That is weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, that's typical Canadian.
Yeah, that's it. He's getting deported.
Yeah.
He's getting deported. Let's see. NASCAR Nick says Clayton Keller is American, but anybody's going to call it the Helen Keller Cup.
Yeah,
we can't
do that.
Yeah.
No.
He says, by the way, wife and kids are out of town for a week.
Yeah.
Steaks and beer at my house this weekend.
Oh.
My wife is in town, and guess what I'm doing?
Steaks and beer
at my house. Oh, Nick. Moist one says Hull left Canada, their national team for the USA team. So Brett Hull, how about that? He says no wet Red Wings allowed. I'm out. No, Moist one. No, we're not condoning what he said. Large March says, not a Blackhawks guy, but how about the Chilios Cup? Am I saying
Chris
that wrong?
Chilios. Yeah, Chris Chilios. But is he American or is he Canadian?
I would
That's
eat
what it
Cheerios out of the Chilios Cup.
Oh, see, I was gonna say we can call it the chili cup
The honey nut.
because it's already cold on the.
All right, now how about the Olchek? Eddie Olchek.
The old check cup?
Yeah, the Olchek Cup. Eddie Olchek.
Instead of the cup
He's
check.
an American, born and raised.
There you go.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Chicago, Illinois. Yeah.
How about the Ovechkin Cup? He's not
Ovechkin.
the
He's
Ovechkin.
Russian.
Perfect. It's really going to screw with everybody's brains.
Oh.
On the other name is the Ovechkin Cup. What can we win this?
No, because
it's no
then
good.
no.
You're such a hater.
No.
Circumcised Mosquito says, how about the Stars and Stripes Cup?
No.
That sounds like a yacht trophy.
Yeah.
A tad on the nose.
Yeah.
A tad on the nose.
So Bob Swirsky says, "Yeah, listening to the new guy there trying to fool himself about his new quarterback. It's ominously reminiscent of what Bear fans go through every single year, kid."
I was gonna say at least.
And another thing about Canada, they
Okay.
shoot their damn geese at our aircraft. You know that, right?
Oh yeah. I know that.
They have goose cannons.
Yeah.
Our quarterback situation has been vastly improved over anything the Bears have put forward. Even
The
their number
Eddie
one
Olchek
quarterback.
All right,
Cup.
let's step back from the homers, Bob and Phil. Let's step back from them, Randy.
Their best quarterback is blind.
Grown-ups are talking, Phil. All right, so Teddy Bridgewater
Yeah.
versus Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah.
Which
Wow.
one's better?
Well, actually,
Shut
Andy
up, Phil.
It's
Nobody
Andy
asked you.
Dalton.
Oh, that's right. Shut up, Phil. Wait,
Well,
what happened to Mitch? Is he still there?
Mitch
No, he's
No.
with the Buffalo Bills.
It's with the Bills.
Oh, right. I so don't care. I forgot.
I understand.
All right, so the Red Rifle.
Yeah.
The verse. Who's the other one?
Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, it's already Teddy. I've already forgot. He's the Bronco.
Thank
So
you.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton. Who's better?
Ooh, right now, I'm gonna say Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Even
All
at
right.
our lowest, we're better than the Bears.
Win
Because-
one for Phil.
Yeah.
Even though he didn't shut up the entire time. I told him to shut
I
up.
was trying. You were going to compare Mitchell Trubisky. Which
You know what? If I want to compare Mitch Trubisky, I will.
Oh, the damn Hall of Famer Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah.
If he's a Hall of Famer, what does that make Gardner Minshew? The owner of the Hall?
Future Hall of Famer. Man.
Hey, Gardner Minshew
Yeah.
does not need your pitiful NFL Hall of Fame.
No.
He is so far above that and superior. It doesn't even make.
He's in the Waterfall of
Doesn't
Fame.
no, he's in the Hall of Fame of Hall of Fame.
The Hall of Fame of Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Fame, Hall of Fame. Fish Tank says, "Hey, you guys know there's already an AHL, right? Stands for American Hockey League, right? Did you do that? Did you know?
Yeah, now we're gonna have to change it.
Wait, is that?
It's the American Hockey League. It's minor league hockey.
Oh, well, the minor league can change. They can be the MAHL, the Minor American Hockey League.
What about if we call it the All American Hockey League?
All American AAHL.
AHL.
Can I be honest though? 2 A's in there is not going to go well.
All right, how about we use the MAHL, the Mighty American Hockey League?
You'll get mauled. No.
There you go.
No,
I like it.
No, screw the minor leaguers. It's
Yeah.
the AHL, and they
All
can figure something out for themselves.
All right, then.
I don't have to think of everything.
Guys,
Very
I
good.
got it. If we're looking for a league, let's just rebrand it. Let's rename it.
This is the XFL.
Well, it's still an XFL. The Rock owns it.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
but we can call it the Extra Fun League.
No. I think your ideas are getting worse as we go.
AHL.
here. This one-
AHL is still the winner.
When did Phil
Yeah.
start having so many bad ideas?
I don't know.
Is that today or has it been like always?
I think it's been since we've had him on the show.
It's been
Oh.
pretty consistent.
Yeah.
I also, as much as I forget who is on the Broncos or the Bears because I don't care about them,
Right.
I try to forget everything he says on a
Mm.
daily basis because
Mm.
I fear my IQ would drop too
Well,
far.
yeah, that is true.
Sorry, Phil. It's true.
It's all right. I already forgot.
Yeah.
He brings up XFL. We're
Yeah.
talking the hockey league. He
Mhm.
brings up football.
No, that's it's a good point. I
It's
mean,
not
I shouldn't
even
even
on-
have to apologize to him. He
Right?
should apologize to us like
Exactly.
every day.
Exactly.
Lightning Bolt says Gordie Howe was born and raised in Canada. Okay, so that's not going to work. We've
Yeah.
already got that. Screaming Eagle says, "Hey, Blender. So do you think the Broncos go for a defensive player in round one?"
No.
I'm
Oh,
thinking
God, no.
quarterback. Screaming
God,
Eagle.
no. Help me help myself. No.
Hey, he's
What?
up on Screaming Eagle there. He's a working man.
No,
he's
I'm
worked
not-
a long day, and you don't got to give him a hard
No,
time.
no, I'm not mad at Screaming Eagle in one iota. I just said if that happens, oh my
It's a very Blender
God.
thing to do.
Oh God. Stop it. No.
For a second there, I thought Harry Carey had been reincarnated and showed up here on the
I
show.
think we need to have I really do need a button in here to
It feels
hook.
like
When
an
he starts having his
appendectomy.
tantrums, I got to
Mm.
start like hitting the button in here.
Boom.
Yeah.
You get one more defensive player for that defense.
Yeah.
That's no.
Big Steve says, I guarantee Phil did not talk that tough to me face to face, by the way.
Who was this?
Big Steve.
Big Steve. Oh, yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah. Are you talking crap and in real life, you're not backing it up?
Oh, in real life, listen. He puts on a front just as much as I do, and we're both like, "Hey, how about those Broncos? Hey, how about those Broncos?" But we both know what this means.
Let's just say it'd be a hell of a slap fight, wouldn't it? Just stop
slapping cheeks all around.
Oh, why do you got to take it there? Why do you always got to take it there, Phil? Why do you do that? Why do you do that? The Jet says, Phil, you are full of crap. I can just stop reading it right there.
I know
that works. But he says, if Bridgewater went to any other team, you'd be knocking that team.
That's not true.
And everyone, how bad they're going to be. Denver didn't get any better by getting this guy on the roster. Well, Jets, that's not true because they only had Drew Lock, so they got a teeny bit better.
Had he gone to the Washington football team before Ryan Fitzpatrick, I would have been, all right, that's a good move. If he'd have gone to even the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think that they could have used him as opposed to Ben Roethlisberger. Having a actual quarterback who can throw something of a deep ball would have been nice. There's a plenty of.
I have been saying this for years, Phil, that Teddy Bridgewater, Jacoby Brissett are basically the same guy.
Yeah. I mean,
as a quarterback,
they're completely. I think that they're certainly better than Drew Lock. So therefore, by improved definition, he is already a better quarterback than Drew Lock. Did I say that they're Super Bowl contenders? No. Did I say that they're even going to win the division? No. But does this make them a better team? Yes. As incremental as that is, yes, it does.
You've been writing this down because there's a lot of no's and yeses. And when we take the test, I don't want to go.
I got lost.
Every time. 888-368-1580. Mr. Pringle says, Phil sounded orgasmic when somebody mentions Broncos drafting a defense right there.
No,
I think he wants a defense.
That's not orgasmic. That's what is the opposite? I'm taking an appendicitis pill or something. What it is? Oh, that just hurts.
Raven Kid says, hey, Phil, calm down. If the Broncos don't go quarterback, they're going middle linebacker. Jeremiah Awusu-Koromoa.
No, I think
that was spot on, Jeff. Go.
No, I know. I've been working on my pronunciation.
I think if they don't go quarterback, they might trade down with like the Patriots or something, and then they might take defense, which would be much more appropriate because that's where most people are valuing the defensive players that we would need because we don't need any secondary help. That's where they would be more appropriately slotted.
Navy Brad has good analysis on this. He says, with Teddy Bridgewater going to Denver, sounds like they're rebuilding for the next 10 years. Bad signing for Denver and that bad sign for Denver. And by the way, we should call the cup the Blender Cup. We got to save that for something more important, like a mini golf championship or something.
Yeah.
Large Marge says the Chicago guy is Bob, right? Yeah. You need to ask him how to say Cheerios and not Cheerios. Ask Bob. He'll tell you. Moist One says MVP, Mitch Trubisky, the very first and only MVP so far.
Not valuable player. MVP.
Bob Shorsky says, yeah, what do we call it? The Solo Cup. As if we don't need them.
Red Solo Cup.
No. Okay, bad. No country music. No country music.
Boy, Phil, you just took your life in your hands right there.
I saved you from yourself.
But thank you.
Circumcised Mosquito says, what do you think about the Happy Gilmore Cup? Happy Gilmore.
See, that's golf.
Well, he was a hockey player. He was a tough hockey playing son of a bitch.
Yeah, but still.
He ended his career as a top flight golfer. So,
yeah,
that's not going to work. Fifth Letter said, how about the Gordon Bombay Cup? Moist One says, Nickelodeon game MVP. Oh,
Mitchell Trubisky. Yeah. He was named the MVP of that game that they played.
Moist One, you're really creeping me out that you watch so much Nickelodeon and all your comments are filthy. Mr. Pringle says, you all better hustle to the liquor store since draft starts tomorrow. Keim's going to be cleaning out those stores in preparation.
Wow.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Wow.
That is a good point. Better get to your local liquor store before Keim does. You may already be out of time for Keim. Puns are just horrible today.
Yeah.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Well, I started my own restaurant because I love to cook, but that also means a lot of greasy pots and pans. And we can't waste time with endless sink changeovers. So we upgraded to Dawn Professional Pot and Pan.
Dawn Professional cleans 58% more pots and pans per sink than the leading competitor.
Less dish soap, fewer changeovers, and more time doing what we love.
Dawn Professional. It's clean, upgraded. from P&G Professional.
Last year, the series' most popular driver took home the championship. This season, it's anybody's guess who will win.
NASCAR heads to the heartland of America, Kansas Speedway, for the Bushy McBush 400 this Sunday at 11 a.m.
Don't miss a moment of the ground-pounding excitement of NASCAR. Sponsored by Phoenix Raceway, your new epicenter for NASCAR racing in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
500 apiece, you get it at 5-4. 502 apiece, 150.
The best weekly auction is right here in Arizona. It's only a click of the mouse away from great deals on almost everything. Visit liquidateaz.com for weekly auctions on everyday household items, antiques from around the world, sports and non-sports cards, memorabilia and autographs, comic books, comic character collectibles, Native American, pots, jewelry, rugs, and sterling silver. Liquidateaz.com weekly auctions is the place for great deals on works of art, gold and silver, coins and U.S. currency, gold and sterling jewelry, vintage LP vinyl records, vintage electronics, ham radio, RC cars, planes, and boats. Interested in antique clocks, watches, and timepieces, or a wide variety of sports equipment, including hunting, fishing lures, poles, and gear. How about military collectibles, medals, uniforms, or helmets? All at liquidateaz.com. Looking to liquidate an estate? Liquidateaz.com can help with estate sales and consignment services. Liquidateaz.com for information.
Did you know that Constructors Bonding has been Arizona's leader in surety management for over 40 years? Hi, this is Dave McKee, president of Constructors Bonding, inviting you to learn how our team can deliver better bonding than anyone, anywhere. Contractors, developers, attorneys, car dealers, and hundreds of other industries turn to Constructors Bonding for their bond solutions. Call me personally at 602-432-5929 to learn how Constructors Bonding is your solution for better bonding.
The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. And on Sunday, you got the Bushy McBush 400 at 11 a.m. here on 1580, The Fanatic. Has anybody gone and figured out how they came up with the name Bushy McBush 400?
Well, it's an all-natural name. Came about organically.
Sure.
Just it came up and sprouted up over time.
Yeah, no.
Maybe let the grown-ups talk again, Phil.
Yeah, so it was voted on. Bush Beer had a fans vote on it, and it was a fan-voted a race name. So
how long has it been called that?
It's kind of, well, this is the first year.
Oh, so they voted on this year, and they voted for Bushy McBush. What were some of the other runners-up?
What were some of the other names that were shaped?
It doesn't say it in this article here, but it has been known in the past as the Beef. It's What's for Dinner 300.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, the Exalta Faster, Tougher, Brighter 200. That's been a name.
Those are not fan chosen.
No,
this is the first year it's fan chosen.
Yeah, so Bush Light came up with the Bush the Bushy McBush race. Yeah,
and they put 50 more laps on it because you said earlier it was a 350. Now it's a 400. So the Bushy McBush 400.
The four finalists were the Nectar of the Cobs 400. The Bush Latte. For the Farmers 400. And the Bushy McBush race.
They see that was stacked against every other name. They wanted it to be the Bushy McBush, and it also sound like it was some sort of a fan thing, but really
it was like a Twitter poll fan thing.
They gave you one good name and three horrible names.
Well, I don't know. I think they had the fans actually submit their names, and this was the one that won.
Yeah, I smell a rat there, but I'll tell you what, I like the name Bushy McBush. That doesn't bother me. It seems like a fun thing. Is this a good race? I've never heard of it before.
Anytime you're at Kansas, it's a great race. 1.5 mile course, lots of action, lots of speed. You
very
don't know,
flat. It's Kansas. It's very flat.
Well, yeah, there is not a lot of banking to this track either, but it's a lot of fun to watch. I would probably watch the Toyotas there. My guy Martin Truex Jr. He races real well there. it's a good race. I enjoy this, especially on the heels of Talladega. So.
Yeah. How many laps until Logano is upside down again this week?
We can only hope, it's just a couple.
Right.
Yeah.
Like right off the bat,
Then I
get
can
it out
hear
of the way.
him whine and complain. The cars are really safe, but we need to do something so that I don't wreck. Shut up.
That was actual audio. That was the crazy thing about that.
Yeah.
888-368-1580. So, yes, the Bushy McBush 400 here on 1580. The Fanatic, of course, the race setup with the Randy White is Friday at 6 p.m. With that Chief guy. So, all right, let's go back to the text line real fast so we can move on. Large Marge says, forget the Cheerios guy. He was a Red Wing guy for a while. My bad, guys. Miracle on Ice Cup for the AHL. That's what I say. Just a Tip says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Chilios, Roenick, Madonna, Richter, Hull, tons of great American NHLers.
Yes, Brett Hall with the Brett Hall Cup. That would be good.
He says, though, however, in honor of the greatest American athlete ever, we should change the Stanley Cup to the Gardner Minshew C to signing C Cup Mustache Memorial Trophy.
Damn. Now we're talking.
The Gardner Minshew C to Shining C Mustache Memorial Trophy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a long name for it.
Oh, that is fantastic. Thank you for bringing that in. Yeah, absolutely. That's my vote.
Idea.
That's my vote right there.
It's, overruled.
C to Shining C Mustache Memorial Cup. Yeah.
I find you in contempt.
I like that.
Keela Ben Mike says, how about the Banana Hammock Cup or the I can't read that one. Don't think you're fooling me on that one, Gila Ben Mike.
No.
And I'm not going to read your suggestion for that, but I'll give you a twist on that won't get me in trouble with anybody higher up. Instead of the Bushy McBush 400, how about the Merkin 400? Because Merkin, you know what that is? Just look it up. Bliss Lay says NASCAR should require every driver to drink a 12-pack of Busch before the race. Just think how much more entertaining that race would be.
Well, it could be, yeah.
We do not support drinking and driving here. That might be cool. Bob Schursky says, hey, what about the Bourbon Cup, since bourbon is strictly U.S. of A?
The Whiskey Cup.
The Bourbon Cup.
Yeah, the Whiskey Cup, the Bourbon Cup.
Boomer Sooner says, good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's blowing and raining at I-17 in Carefree.
Mm-hmm.
And how about a little Boomer Sooner, Randy?
Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner, Boomer Sooner.
That was very little Boomer Sooner.
Thank you.
Fish Tank says, I'm sorry, Randy, but is that next NASCAR event really called the Bushy McBush?
Yes, it is. You can look it up. It's the Bushy McBush 400 from the Kansas Speedway this weekend.
It really is. We're not making this up.
Yeah.
Not making jokes.
What kind of track are they racing on?
A furry one. Yeah, they put some shag carpet down and it's the whole thing. Yeah. Why not?
It is a semi-tri-oval concrete racetrack, 1.5 miles in length.
Oh, I would have thought it would have been asphalt.
Yeah. Asphalt. Yeah, sure. Mr. Pink Eye says, hey, who are the Baltimore Colts going to draft? Shut up. But here's something I got to tell you guys. I got to admit something to you guys. What do we always do when somebody has a mock draft? We mock their draft. Because they're dumb. There's no point. Unless you have a bet against somebody that you can pick more right than they do. And the household teenager there, Keanu, he and I had us last year. We did 10, the top 10, and whoever got the most right got a pack of football cards.
Okay,
I lost. It was close, but I lost. And so now this year I said, all right, let's do that again. Only this time, full draft, first round, 32.
Wow,
bam! Let's see how you do.
All right.
So now that means I have done a mock draft. Technically,
you have done a mock draft.
Isn't that technically a mock draft? Even though it's just for the betting purposes of getting some football cards.
Wow.
I'm not going to share with you the mock draft.
Thought I would never see the day that you actually would have a mock draft.
Yeah, but I'm not sharing it. I'm not being douchey about it. I'm just like, here's mine, here's his. And whoever has the best one wins.
Wow.
But it doesn't count.
But wait, I have a quick question. Do you guys, one, allow trades, and two?
Yes.
Okay, so two, as long as.
Here's the point structure I gave him. I said, if you get the team and the pick position right, 2 points. If you get the player going to the team right, but not position, 1 point. And that's it. So it's that's how this thing is going to be figured. Simple stuff. And yes, I did allow trades. He didn't want to do the trades. I was like, oh, well, I guess you don't want to play with the big boys. And he's okay. I'll do the
Oh
trades.
boy.
All right, fine. I'll do the trades. So, yeah, does that really count as a mock draft, or is that just me having some fun with the kid?
Well, it counts to a degree. I think one thing that you can glean from everybody else's professional mock draft is you can see kind of where the range is, where people are looking to
I
draft
refuse to read anybody else's mock draft because I will mock their draft.
I see.
So I feel like I should mock my own draft. I should mock my own mock. Or should I hand it to Randy so he can mock it?
No,
well, there are
don't give
certain-
it to me. I don't want to mock it.
Yeah, certain companies and certain giveaways that if you were to get a perfect draft, you can win millions and houses and yachts.
I feel like I would be taking it too seriously, and then it would be an official mock draft. Right now, it's just a bet that I have with a teenager for some football cards. So it's innocent, and I'm not inflicting it on you guys. I'm not saying, hey, guys, look how bad I am at picking things, because that's it. Nobody's drafts are going to be good past the first couple rounds.
Right.
Do you, I'm curious, who do you have as the Mr. Irrelevant of this draft? Who's the last pick in your draft?
I'm only doing the first round.
Announcer.
Yeah, so the first, who's the last person? Who's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers pick?
Well, I don't want to say on air because he might be listening.
Oh, so you guys can adjust until
yes,
the Jaguars are
tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to say at noon or something like that.
Okay.
But I have it right here, and I will tell you off air, but I don't want to say it on air in case he's listening.
Okay, sounds good.
But you can tell, I'll tell you off air, and then you can mock me on air without saying who it is and what it's about. Or you can say, damn, Jeffrey, that was brilliant.
Wow.
Which he'll never get out of Phil. He's just going to mock it. See, that's the thing. Maybe I don't want you guys to see my mock draft. I don't want to be mocked. You ever think of that?
Well, who do you have going number one?
Your mom. Oh, no, he did it. Oh. No, I mean, I'm sure she's thrown some shoes at you in the past. So that means she probably does have an arm, right?
Oh, yeah, she does.
Shamoy says, Randy, pour me a stiff double, please. Our 15-year-old lab. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Passed away today.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for keeping my mind busy, Blender. Our condolences, Shamboy.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, man. Cardinal Art says, may I please get a double of your finest? And have you seen the story on Pete Hall, ex-New York Giants football player, 82 years old, and he's selling the nose candy, the cocaine? Yeah,
No.
I saw the story, and I was going to pass on it. He only played a handful of games. He wasn't anybody knew or knows about, but you're 82 years old and you're selling the cocaine, and he used to be just a con artist. Now he's trying to sell coke at 82.
Wow.
That guy's really taking good care of himself.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's trying to make a good living too.
82.
Well, he's got the juice to do so.
He tried to move 5 kilos worth.
Wow.
I remember Miami Vice, they made a big deal out of 1 kilo. That's as much as I know about the cocaine game. That's what I saw watching Miami Vice when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Fish Tank says, Jeffrey, you got to share with us your mock draft so we can mock it. Or at least who would you pick the Finns would take? I can't say it on the air.
Well, you'll say it tomorrow.
Yeah.
You'll say it tomorrow?
No, I'm not saying it on the air.
Wow.
I refuse. I don't want to give that kid any inch because I actually sat down and I gave it a lot of thought. Unlike my NCAA bracket, this actually, I know more about football than anything else. So this actually has a pretty good chance of winning.
Randy, mark this down. This is going to be the last time, the absolute last time Jeffrey puts any thought to anything.
Probably. Yeah.
Wow.
And I haven't put a whole lot of thought into much other things. You know, I heard you. Moist One says, I'm pretty sure I watched the Hamburglar giving it to Bushy McBush. Okay. Rob Diz says, how about the 1580 Fanatic Cup or the Shut the Hell Up Phil Cup?
Wow. No. It's got to be the Shut the Hell Up Cup.
Shut the Hell Up Cup? Well, I think they just wanted you to shut the hell up. So it'll be the Shut the Hell Up Phil Cup.
Well, that just doesn't flow.
Yeah, it's not about you right now, Phil. It's about you. Raven Kid says, you mock all mock drafts except my mock drafts, right, Jeffrey? I'll tell you what, this kid, he sent in, remember last year? And I says, if you get so-and-so, I can't remember how many I said, how many right, but he nailed it. He nailed it. And he, Raven Kid, as soon as this whole, we're all more comfortable about being in rooms together thing, he'll come down here on the radio station. I told him
it the first 10?
He can host it.
First 10, wasn't it?
I don't remember what it was. We'd have to go back in time. I'm sure he can tell us because he's got it like an instant memory. Blissful Hayes says, wow, that 82-year-old knows how to party.
That's true.
Guys, drugs are wrong. Drugs are bad.
You sound very convincing.
Well, no, listen. Cocaine is bad. That'll kill you. That stuff will mess you up for life.
Oh, yeah.
So don't do it. Don't do drugs. Listen, don't take my word for it. You listen to Nancy Reagan. Okay? Dare not to take drugs. I mean, you can sell them. I mean, that's fair. You got to make a living. But don't do them. Maybe that wasn't the right message.
No.
Don't do any kind of drugs ever. Period. And don't sell them.
Not even Allegra.
Well, you have discounted rate. I mean, if you did that, if you had like some coupons.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works. I only watched Miami Vice 30 years ago.
Yeah, I can tell you.
I don't know what's
A
going
little
on.
rusty on how to do that.
All right, hour one is down and 2 to go. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 Fanatic.
Well, I started my own restaurant because I love to cook. But that also means a lot of greasy pots and pans. And we can't waste time with endless sink changeovers. So we upgraded to Dawn Professional Pot and Pan.
Dawn Professional cleans 58% more pots and pans per sink than the leading competitor.
Less dish soap, fewer changeovers, and more time doing what we love.
Dawn Professional. It's clean. Upgraded. From P&G Professional.
Feeling stressed in your skin? Not with new Olay body wash infused with skincare ingredient retinol. Olay with retinol improves skin 3 times better versus the leading body wash, transforming skin from dry and stressed to bright and smooth. So I can step into stressful days feeling my best in my skin. Olay Body, fearless in my skin. Now try Olay's other skincare-inspired body washes with hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, and collagen.
Last year, the series' most popular driver took home the championship. This season, it's anybody's guess who will win.
NASCAR heads to the heartland of America, Kansas Speedway, for the Bushy McBush 400 this Sunday at 11 a.m.
Don't miss a moment of the ground-pounding excitement of NASCAR. Sponsored by Phoenix Raceway, your new epicenter for NASCAR racing in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
Thank goodness it seems like the worst is over, but is your business back to pre-COVID numbers? Hi, Bruce Jacobs here to invite you to take advantage of a great opportunity to promote that you are open and ready to serve with our affordable Open for Business advertising package. You'll only spend hundreds but reach thousands of potential new customers. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com, click the link for the Open for Business package. This offer will not last long. The Open for Business package on 1580 The Fanatic. Now let's all get back to business.
Arizona's deaf, hard of hearing, and deaf-blind community is disproportionately unemployed. Those of us that do have jobs are typically underemployed, and that should be, for all of us, unacceptable, especially when you consider we tend to be more productive and continually rate high for quantity and quality of work. To learn more about the Let's Get to Work initiative, visit changeyourperception.org, sponsored by the Arizona Commission for the Deaf and the Hard of Hearing.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K240U Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Phil in there pushing buttons and messing things up, and we are all in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. You guys are on the Summit Mail Medical Text line, 888-368-1580. We did not get much done in the last hour.
Well, it depends on how you look at it. Now, we talked about the American Hockey League and seceding from the Canadian NHL. We did a weather report. We talked about the winter storm, the spring storm moving through the valley. We talked a little bit about the texters that are going on out there. We talked a little football and Mitch Trubisky. We voted that the NFL should rename the Hall of Fame to the Gardner Minshew Sea to Shining Sea Mustache Memorial Hall of Fame.
No, that
So
didn't happen.
I'm pretty sure we got a lot accomplished last hour.
I actually just threw one piece of paper away, and that was a piece of paper I had in my hand when I told you that the Denver Broncos got their quarterback.
Yeah.
Woo, Teddy Bridgewater.
So you know what that signals, Phil?
What does it signal?
It signals they're done going after Deshaun Watson.
That has no bearing whatsoever.
Done.
I don't believe that is true either.
DUN done.
I think anybody is still in the Deshaun Watson business if things blow over. All right, so let me just get one more thing down before I read any more texts. The Buccaneers have signed Antonio Brown. Your great national nightmare is over. Bruce Arians got his way. Well, his way was originally not to have Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
He didn't want him on the roster.
Right.
Then now I think he's like, okay, we do want him on the roster.
Yeah.
Because Tommy wants him on the roster. And if Tommy wants him on the roster, I want him on the roster because last time I listened to Tommy, we got a damn Super Bowl. I'd like to have another one, please.
Yeah.
So Antonio Brown, much better deal than last time.
Yes.
Much better deal than last time. It's a 1 year, $3.1 million deal guaranteed. And then he has an opportunity to make up to $6.25 million.
So he will. I'm sure they'll work it out. He'll make all his incentive marks.
He'll be on the field more this year, I think. More than he was
You think so?
last season. Yeah.
Well,
It's a trust issue. It's a trust issue for the team and the coach. Brady trusts him. Yeah, you can tell. And he's also like this little secret weapon that like he's out there, nothing's happening, then boom, all of a sudden this is happening. So with him and these other wide receivers, that is a stacked receiving core. And remember last year he didn't get to play the whole season. If he plays the entire season with the Buccaneers, it's going to get weird. It's going to get
weird.
I think the Buccaneers have a decent shot of winning the Super Bowl again.
Oh, sure.
Repeat Super Bowls are not a common thing, not an easy thing. And that is why the Buccaneers fought so damn hard to try to keep that band together.
Well, yes. Step one would be to acquire or retain talent because once you win the Super Bowl, everybody comes to your team like it's a flea
market. Are you about to go down the sabermetrics route again? Are you about to start talking about that?
Sabermetric.
Yeah, I'm talking about the players, the guys, the people who made it work, the guys. Okay,
guys. And so what I'm saying is the bigger part now that they've done step one is remaining healthy. They avoided they successfully avoided the injury bug last year.
I thought you were about to say that any of these guys were replaceable by other guys with similar statistics.
No.
And that maybe the Buccaneers went a little bit crazy in doing what they did.
No, absolutely not. It's
I'm so used to Phil aggravating me. I actually thought that is exactly what he would say. So I guess I have to apologize. Randy, I'm sorry I did that.
Okay. I forgive you.
Prison Wallet says, will the draft be live on 1580 The Fanatic? I know I'm not supposed to text. I haven't had the mashed potato pizza yet. Dude, I never said you couldn't text in until you had it. If I did, I was joking. So no, feel free to text in, but you promised, so you better get that done soon. Is it? Yes, it's live. We are doing the live draft show from the Veasan crew at 5 p.m. So Brent Musburger and a bunch of the Veasan hosts, the gambling network, they're going to take you through draft night. And that's going to be fascinating through the eyes of a gambler, because a lot of times people say, well, Vegas, they know things. Why? Why do they? Because they have to. It's all the money's on the line. We'll put that to the test and see what happens on this draft show.
Yeah. There's a reason in Vegas there's so many beautiful shows and wonderful hotels.
Right.
Our old friend used to say.
So, we got the Veasan draft preview show at 2 p.m. and then we're on from 3 to 5. And then you got the live draft show. So there you go, Prison Wallet. Yes, we do have live draft show.
Live from the blender.
I was going to say draftertainment, but I think the Kasai people would hit me up for a royalty.
Yeah.
Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, the odds are stacked against the Buck repeating. Please, no repeat. Go Rams, he says. Well, I think it would be an amazing story. Here's the thing. I'm a Colts fan, so I am automatically against Tom Brady and the Patriots, period. But now it's been, enough years, and Brady's gone on to the Bucks, and I know Brady winning with the Bucks hurts Belichick inside. So that's a bonus for me as a Colts fan.
Yeah.
And I know Tom Brady is a cheating ball deflator, and he'll get his. I don't know how, but he will. And but now it's like the pendulum is like, first you're like, man, I'm sick and tired of these Patriots always winning. And then you're like, wow, they've won a lot. Now you're like kind of almost partially rooting for them to break records. And that's the same thing with Tom Brady. Yeah, he's got 7 damn Super Bowls. It's kind of cool if he gets 8, right? Kind of cool if we saw that, right? Or is that just boring?
I don't know that it's boring. I think that's quite a feat. Yeah. And the fact that he's done it with 2 different teams, and he's finally proven to himself and the rest of the world, it wasn't just Bill Belichick, that he had a little something to do with it as well. So, yeah, I think it would be fun to see it. But you're right, though, Jeffrey. Repeating a Super Bowl at the NFL level is extremely hard.
Yeah. How often does that actually happen?
And maybe the Chiefs.
Last one was the Patriots.
We'll have something to say about that.
Well, maybe they didn't have anything to say about it when they played the game last time.
So that's what I'm saying.
Change.
Maybe the Chiefs will be a little more motivated this time.
Well, they got a ways to go to even get back to the Super Bowl to meet the Chiefs. I think that they would have a big hurdle just within the NFC with something about the Packers, maybe even the Rams and the 49ers.
Let's not talk Rams until we get into the season, because I'm not convinced that one quarterback pickup is all the Rams needed.
What was the worst part of their team last year?
The worst part of their team was that they're in my division and they beat us twice.
The answer is Goff.
Yeah, the answer was Goff, quarterback.
Yeah.
And they vastly improved.
Well, if they vastly improved, we'll see.
Mr. Pringle says, Jeffrey, would you consider a man card violation if a guy walked into a crowded Whataburger and dropped ass loudly?
Dropped ass?
I mean, flatulate? Or
I hope that's what he means.
Yeah. What?
Man card violation? No, it's just gross. Not everything that is bad is a man card violation.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just disgusting. Jagdog says, Phil, when the NFL season was over last year, you said your wonderful donkeys were one player away from going to the Super Bowl. Well, now you have that one guy. How's it feel? You're going to the Super Bowl. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Any more?
Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
Exclamation point?
6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. There are one player away, Deshaun Watson. But Teddy Bridgewater is no Deshaun Watson.
So you mean to tell me that this is intriguing to me. You think that if the Broncos got Deshaun Watson, you would be Super Bowl contenders?
Super Bowl contenders, yes.
Everyone's a contender, Randy. That's just a BS answer.
Well, you think that you would actually have a legitimate shot to win your division and then go on and win the championship game and then go on and play in the Super Bowl with the team you currently have if you just added Deshaun Watson?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
He's wrong, you know.
I'm not saying he's right or he's wrong. I'm just saying that's interesting. It's very intriguing to me.
Always weird when somebody sends me a screenshot of my tweets from a year ago. But it's fair, and I got to say, it's true. Here is the tweet by Radio Pal 1580 on April 23rd.
I think I know that guy.
Well, the Raven Kid crushing the 2020 NFL draft right now. 7 right. Beats my 5. And Eric Cohen's 4. Eric did get some right on players to team after trade, so that's how he beat me later on. But at that moment, I had 5 right, he had 4, but he had more point value on his, and that's why. He says, as soon as the COVID thing is over, you get to co-host a full show. Congratulations to the Raven Kid.
Nice. Yeah. Isn't that what we were saying?
Yeah, I said that. I mean, you didn't have to prove it to me. I remembered it enough, but it's good to see the proof.
Yeah.
So I guess I got 5 right last year. All right. Good to know. I want to try to beat that this year. Navy Brad says, time for Tom Brady to retire. He's not getting any younger. One solid hit and he can be done. Well, you know what I say? Then let that one solid hit come, Navy Brad. Let him go out on his shield. You know, why not let him do it his way?
I hope not. I would much rather see him go out on a loss.
What?
If somebody's going to beat him, I don't want him to have him retire.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I don't want him to retire on top of his shield.
The old saying is, bring home the victory or come home on your shield. That's what they used to tell the Vikings when they would go to war.
I understand. Yeah. Even the Spartans and stuff.
Either or.
Yeah, but I don't want Tom Brady to go out on his shield. I don't want him to go out because he lost an Achilles and now just because he's old. I would much rather have it because he fought in a hard-fought game and lost and came up short, and somebody finally beat the man.
Just Tip says, is there a list with spelling of fourth dimension texture nicknames?
With spelling? No.
I have a list in this computer, but it's not coming outside of the computer. And I can't print it up. That would be weird. I can't. How many texts? I mean, how many tweets that would take?
Yeah.
There's 1,500 people in this damn thing. Circumcised Mosquito says, so this weekend's race, Bushy McBush.
400 from Kansas. Yes.
Please tell me that next week's race is going to be called the Gillette 500. That's got to be text of the week right there. Nicely done, Circumcised Mosquito. Yes, because this week it's Bushy McBush. Next week it better be the Gillette 500. Circumcised Mosquito.
Wow.
Boogie says, okay, I have it on good authority that the Dolphins will be drafting a running back by the name of Al Bundy out of Bowling Green.
No kidding. Al Bundy.
Yeah. By the way, do you realize since Peyton Manning has retired, Tom Brady has won 3 Super Bowls? That's crazy.
Wow.
That is crazy. That's why I kind of want to see him do more. I kind of want him, not at the cost of my Colts, but I want to. Ooh, that would suck. Oh, that would make me mad. Yeah, I don't want to think about it. President Wallet says the amazing part about Tampa Bay winning the Super Bowl that, that team wasn't really good. You had a brand new quarterback, a brand new coaching staff, and they won the Super Bowl. That is impressive. So here's the thing. Is that just like lightning strike, or is this show you how good of a coach that Arians is with all the guys he's put together? And, that team that good? Was that just a lightning strike that could only hit that spot once? Or if President Wallet is right, they're even better. Is this going to be an even more amazing season?
Well, I mean, it could be, but it wasn't Bruce Arians. He wasn't new. He had been with the team a year prior, right?
Well, I'm talking about his staff and stuff. And newish.
Yeah. All right. So, and you're talking about Tom Brady. He's not some rookie quarterback. So
they had a lot of veterans.
They had an awful lot of football knowledge on that sideline and in the practice facility.
And they did cheat a lot to get a lot of extra practices.
No. That was the Patriots.
Yeah, it was
the Buccaneers. They went out and went to the park.
There were those unofficial practices. Yeah, the unofficial practices. So then there was that incident where he just starts walking into houses in the neighborhood, not knowing who's home. So. But yeah, it's a good point. It's a relatively newly put together team. I don't think it was lightning. I think it was a well-formulated team. They had a lot of great players, and they had the pieces they needed to go all the way with it. I think they started really gelling towards the end.
Random Texter says, even if the Denver Broncos add Deshaun Watson, they won't be contenders. They'll be chicken tenders at best. All right. I said there was going to be no more puns today. Bite My Kebab says, satellite weather report, rain in Vistancia.
Yeah.
Where's Vistancia?
That's way out northwest.
In Ireland.
No, that's weird.
Way out northwest.
Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, tell us Blender Nation something false about your picks, and your kid will hear it. Cardinals will be a Super Bowl team afterwards?
No. He's saying with your draft picks. So you should say, like, I don't know, Justin Fields is going number 1 overall.
Well, that's what I just said. Cardinals will be a Super Bowl contender afterwards.
No, it's about the NFL draft.
That's what I'm talking about too. I'm not giving you anything. Average Joe says, all right, listen, if I try the mashed potatoes on pizza thing, does Mel also put gravy on them or just dry?
I believe it's just dry is what we've come to expect.
But feel free to do yours your way. You want to put a little butter in there, a little salt in there.
Yeah, go to layers.
I don't know how Mel Kiper likes his damn mashed potatoes. And I'm not,
why not go the full Monty here and just take a pizza
a long time ago.
Rip the cheese off, you pour the mashed potatoes on here, get some of that turkey gravy, maybe some cherry cobbler. Who the hell knows? I put a whole bunch of stuff on there. Chocolate syrup, put that on there too, because that's how crazy it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? If you were to pop it back into the oven, just get a nice little crust on the mashed potatoes.
No. Guys, listen. Both of you are wrong. I'm sorry, Randy. You're wrong. Here's the thing. It's crazy the way Mel Kiper does it. Everything you just said, Randy, might actually improve it. What you just said, Phil, might improve it. That's the same person's thinking. You got to go with the crazy person's thinking. You slap some damn mashed potatoes on that thing and just eat it.
Wow.
And that's how crazy does. You start doing all these extras. I mean, I was almost ready to eat the kind you like there. So you got to remember, if you want to think like crazy, you got to be like crazy to think like crazy. Just say it.
All right.
Boomer Sooner says, Phil, thanks for whoops, the whole thing moved. Phil, thanks for trying to help me with Jeffrey there. Shut the hell up, Phil. Fish Tank says, hey, I went fishing on a bass boat today. Naturally, I caught nothing but huge fish.
Yeah.
Well, it's part of the man law to lie about your fishing date, everyone, right? No. Being honest is more of a manly thing. So sorry your day fishing sucked. Let's see. Large Marge says, Teddy Bridgewater sounds like a cartoon stuffed animal that saves a village from an overflowing dam. I'll allow it. Baby Got Dak says Tampa has re-signed the entire roster from last season, added Bernard. How are they not going to win a Super Bowl as long as everybody stays healthy?
Well, it's easy. They have to play all the games. They have to win a majority of them, and they've got to win key games.
She wasn't being literal.
Okay, because I was going to say, if you think about it, that you can say that about a lot of teams in history, that had they just stayed healthy or had they been healthy at the right time. I mean, even if you look at last year, I think if you get a healthy Aaron Donald in the playoffs, maybe the Packers don't go by the Los Angeles Rams, and then we have a different matchup there. And who knows how the Rams would have faced and fared against a Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
All right, so John Harbaugh has let it slip that, yes, indeed, he's going to sign up Lamar Jackson on that 5th-year option.
Okay.
No,
so
you don't say.
He, why are you being such a smartass? What?
No, who didn't see this coming?
Well, he said it out loud with his mouth, Phil, and I'm just repeating that he said it.
So he didn't drop ass in the middle of a Whataburger saying Lamar
No,
Jackson?
he dropped ass on the Rich Eisen show, which... If you listen to that show, it seems like a lot of that happens there. So, he thinks, but here's the part that was really weird is that Harbaugh said he sees Jackson as a quarterback he can win a Super Bowl with.
Mm-hmm.
So Harbaugh has seen the team roster, right?
Yeah.
For the Ravens.
Right. Yeah.
The team he coaches, right?
Yes.
No. Yes.
So if he can see the team roster for the team he coaches.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like where this is going. Yes.
Whoa. Did he drop acid? That's not a Super Bowl winning team.
Drop acid.
Yeah, not just ass. He dropped acid. If he thinks that the Ravens are a Super Bowl winning team,
he said he could win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson as his quarterback.
All right. Well, the horrible Broncos won a Super Bowl with Peyton Manning as a quarterback, and he barely had to do anything because the defense was so good.
Yeah.
So that didn't tell me nothing. There ain't going to be no damn Super Bowl unless the Ravens fix some things.
Jeffrey, what are you talking about?
There are some issues on that team, and you know it.
Like what?
I'll tell you when we come back because we got to go to a break. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
Last year, the series' most popular driver took home the championship.
This season,
it's anybody's guess who will win.
NASCAR heads to the heartland of America, Kansas Speedway, for the Bushy McBush 400 this Sunday at 11 a.m.
Don't miss a moment of the ground-pounding excitement of NASCAR.
Sponsored by Phoenix Raceway.
And your new epicenter for NASCAR racing in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3.
The Fanatic.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at ProCopy. For over 20 years, ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at the Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602-ProCopy. That's 602-776-2679.
Hey guys, it's Stephen McCollum with the main event here on 1580 The Fanatic. Coming up on Thursday at 1 p.m., Suns and Clippers battle it out. Let's break it down. Diamondbacks finished a 2-game series with the Padres and look ahead to a 4-game series with the Rockies. It's NFL draft day, so much NFL news, and I'll keep you updated going into round one. So join me, Stephen McCullum, on the main event Thursday, 1 p.m. on 1580, 99.3 FM, The Fanatic.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
The Tampa Bay Bucks, Super Bowl 55 champion.
Super Bowl 55 is in the history books, but we aren't kicking up our feet and waiting. The 2021 season has begun.
And there's already been a lot of action.
Because the NFL never takes a nap.
Free agency, pro days, hirings and firings, the draft, training camp, and more.
We will keep you in the know with all the news, insights, and analysis.
Football is always in season here.
Your exclusive home for the NFL and Super Bowl 56.
1580 and 99.3.
The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. All right, real fast before I get distracted again.
Okay.
Not a bad win for the Diamondbacks yesterday.
Not a bad win at all, and this is starting to make me eat my words. I had Mad Bum that threw a gem. Now you've got some starting pitching that's really starting to step up for this team and take this team into the 6th and 7th inning. Happened again last night. We'll see what they do tonight as we head back to the Bob to take on the final game in this 2-game series against the Padres and send them on their merry little way. Now, here's the thing, though. This is the caveat. The Padres have played 17 games in 18 days. Yesterday was the day before yesterday was the first day they had off.
That's weird.
Yeah. So since the beginning of the season, they have not had an off day.
Not one single day, which means that they're flying and then they're getting off a plane. They're going to the plane immediately.
Yeah.
Then they're flying somewhere else, or they're staying in a hotel. They're flying the next morning. So they're always on the move.
Yeah. Monday
was exhausting.
Yeah, the first day that they've been in 2 series against the Dodgers, which were like playoff games. They were extra inning games. Many of them very hard fought games. So
didn't they have the postponed game? So how's that possible?
Didn't have any games off. They didn't have any days off. They were either at somewhere or they were ramping up to play.
Yeah, just because they didn't play the game doesn't mean that they weren't in position. It's like saying, well, we didn't all come to work the day the power went out. Well, we were all here ready to go. Power went out.
They lost the game at the Braves, and then the next game was postponed.
Talking about the Padres.
Oh, the Padres.
I'm not talking about the Diamondbacks.
Thank you.
Talking about the Padres.
Well, back to the original point.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. So we got them on a good spot right now, and hopefully we can put the hurt on them again tonight.
Yep. There you go. So Diamondbacks with the win, 5-1 over the Padres, and now a game over 500.
How about that? Hey. And in third place in the National League West.
Enjoy it while you can, or hey, maybe it's something to build on. I'm not going to get crazy. I'm not going to go all Diamondback homer on you guys, but it's better to see than the opposite, right?
And it's beginning to you can start to see this no-name offense for the Diamondbacks kind of come to life here. They are starting to get some timely hitting, and they're moving runners around, and they're actually scoring some runs. The big question for me still is, can the pitching staff keep you in the game? To me, that is the biggest question mark with this 2021 Diamondbacks team.
Well, that's a good point. And Blissful Hayes says, Randy, why did Man Bum throw at Jim?
Why did he throw at Jim?
Jim. Why did he throw at Jim? Oh, did you say? No, he said he threw a Jim.
He threw
G-E-M.
Gem.
Come on, Blissful Hayes. You know better than that.
Which was, by the way, a no-no. It was. Wasn't it true? And if you'll notice, a couple of games, who was it that they had a couple of games postponed? And now they said that they will be replayed as traditional doubleheaders moving forward.
Yes.
All of them in Major League Baseball?
Those postponed games.
Postponed games will be.
I don't know about the other doubleheaders in the
Well,
league.
that's dumb. If you're going to do those, do them all the same way.
Exactly.
That is aggravating. Here's a little suggestion I have for Major League Baseball. Hey, drunks at Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
Shorten the games to 7 innings, all of the games, or play all the games at 9 innings.
Yeah.
You're saying even beyond doubleheaders?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, quit screwing with us. If you're going to be pulling pitchers all the time, because the pitch count is too high, you know what? Wussify it the way. Go the whole way. Be all in. Push your chips in the middle of the table and make these 7-inning games. So there. You know what I mean? I got no respect. No respect for the 7-inning game.
Respect from anyone.
None. Zero zilch.
Who is he trying to sound like?
Not real sure. I was thinking Tony the Tiger there for a moment. But
okay.
They're right.
Who's the guy from Caddyshack? That's what
I got no respect from anyone.
You trying to be Rodney Dangerfield?
Yeah.
Oh, dear God, no.
In a million years, I would never guess Rodney Dangerfield. Boomer Sooner says, newsflash, Niners will take Justin Fields. They're looking at the division. Kyler, Russell, now Stafford. They need a mobile quarterback. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Boomer Sooner.
Well, Boomer Sooner, I have a feeling, and I think you and I are about the only two that believe that.
Mac Jones. Is more likely to go.
I just can't believe that. How can you give up when you could have stayed right where you were and just taken Mac Jones? Why would you trade up and spend what's worth of like a Mercedes for what's going to be an old Volkswagen Beetle?
Leave nothing to chance. You know? Look at Shanahan. Shanahan wants it. He wants it bad. He's tired of screwing around, and he's trying to live up to the legacy of his father. And in his mind, oh man, all I need is a quarterback who can really take me there. Hey, look how close I've gotten before. Look what I have done with so little. What could I possibly do with more? Yeah, we're trading up. We're trading up right now. Get that out of the way. Now we make our decision here, not down there where we might get it taken away from us. And then I got to wait another couple of years. No, damn it. Even if we're taking the guy, everybody's like, oh, he was going to drop. You know what? All you San Francisco fans, you shut your stupid mouths and don't open them again until you say thank you for me bringing you a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's what Shanahan is thinking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, listen, if they make that selection of Mac Jones, it will be a mismanagement of epic proportions.
Wow.
I just like saying, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Well, you'll get to say him a lot because if he's in division.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. Mac Jones.
Mac Jones and me. Maybe got Dak says. Also, Phil, Tampa is getting on Howard back. That team is stacked.
I'm sorry, one more time in English.
Also, Phil, Tampa is getting on Howard back.
Oh, Jordan Howard back. No.
And that team is stacked with on Howard.
OJ Howard. OJ Howard. That's who they're getting. OJ Howard, the tight end out of Alabama.
She's still talking about the Bucks?
Yes, she is. Yes, they're tight end. Of course, they've got Gronk, of course. They've got OJ Howard, and then they just had to restructure Cameron Braid in order to slide Antonio Brown in.
Sweet jumping Jeebus. How long is the delay on the app these days? Because we stopped talking about Tampa Bay quite some time ago. All right. How do we test that? Ha! Okay. No, that doesn't work.
If you're listening on the app right now.
What time is it? Right now, the time is 9:29 and 25 seconds. So tell me what time you heard me say that, and we'll see how long your delay is, baby got Dak. By the way, she says, oops, I meant OJ. Okay. Boomer Sooner says, Jeffrey, should Zul start telling you to watch your blood pressure? What's a Zul?
The guy who keeps
probably him. He's probably saying, should I start telling you?
Oh, no, I'm good. Cardinal Ark says, does the other guy have any clue what's going on with the sport and segues? Jesus, you work for a sports show. Who's the other guy?
Probably me.
Could be me. Might be him. I'm thinking him.
Who's the other guy?
How about we give Cardinal Art a double, and he can let us know who the other guy is.
Okay. I think we know who it is.
Let's see. Easy Money says, you said mashed potatoes. So, mashed potatoes.
Mashed taters.
I'm just saying mashed fast. You don't hear the ED. It's silent. Mashed potatoes. What's wrong with that? I say sandwiches. Kiss my ass. Boomer Sooner says,
I say kiss my ass.
hi. Okay, I got you, Boomer Sooner. Average Joe says, I'm on the app now, and you're actually on time. What? Okay, well, I don't understand anything now. President Wallet says, no such thing as a lightning strike when you go through the playoffs within one game in elimination.
No, that's not true. You can have multiple lightning strikes. Look at the Giants who beat the undefeated New England Patriots. They had a rough go of it, but they still were they had a swell of momentum. It did not mean that they were the better team against all the teams that they faced on their way to that Super Bowl. They just happened to get really good and really hot.
And they were swell.
Yeah, that's the thing. I felt a real Eddie Haskell vibe coming from that room just then. Do you know who Eddie Haskell was?
Not a clue.
Gee, Wally, you're swell.
I'm too young to even know that, to be honest. It shows you that I watched an awful lot of daytime TV when I was a kid.
Yep.
All right. So we talked a little bit about what to do with the extra inning situation the other day. And both Randy and I agree that it is an abomination of baseball to put a magic runner on second.
How do you reconcile that?
I just can't even begin to in my head. And then there's some other ideas. Last year, Major League Baseball started doing this and try to keep the games from dragging on forever. That was their reason. Response, of course, has been mixed, even here on the show, mainly because the pace of play is really, honestly, as slow as ever. The runner on second makes the ending more anticlimactic than exciting. But here is an idea that might actually have fans hoping the game goes into extra innings.
Okay.
One of Major League Baseball's partner leagues, you've heard of the Pioneer League, I'm sure.
Yeah.
They are going to be replacing the extra innings with a head-to-head sudden death home run derby. Kind of like a shootout in the NHL, right? One player from each team gets 5 pitches. Whoever hits the most homers wins. If there's still a tie, there's another round with each team picking a different hitter.
So when does this come to an end?
Well, when somebody has more home runs than the other.
So my question is, how long is it going to take you to set up for this home run?
Shouldn't take any longer than it takes to set up for an inning.
Well, you're going to have to get somebody out there to throw balls.
If you know this is coming, you already know who that guy is going to be.
Well,
Somebody who throws some nice big fat meatballs. And it's not going to be a pitch from the other team.
You're going to have your one of your coaching staff that you got to set up the screen in front of him so he doesn't get a laser beam right between the eyeballs.
No time for a screen.
It sounds like they're going to have to set up a
Take your
screen
chances.
just like a home
minor
run
league
contest.
No, it's minor league. Take your chances.
I don't know.
Yeah. This is going to upset some people, I'm sure. The idea.
It doesn't upset me. I just don't see how this speeds anything up.
Well, it's to do 5 guys, 5 pitch, a pitch, a guy doing 5 pitches is way quicker than an inning and, or even a half an inning.
Yeah. You need to throw at least 9 pitches in order to get 3 outs.
So here, and it's just 5 total pitches. How many home runs did you get off those 5 total meatball pitches?
Yeah, I understand
sent to you with love from your own pitcher, and then 5 over here. It's way quicker than even 1 inning.
So
and
the guy
you have a definitive winner.
So the guy doesn't throw strikes. You get 5 pitches. Oh, sorry, they were all 5 balls. You're out. Get out.
He's your pitcher. Sorry, your pitcher sucked and couldn't get you the ball.
And again, my point is, how does this speed the game up?
Because it's not 3 pitches, 3 pitches, 3 pitches, 3 pitches. It's just 5 total pitches. So it's quick.
How does this speed the game up?
Because if you get to extra innings, there's no more extra innings. There's just that 1 inning, which basically is a home run contest, period. You know damn well there's going to be some home runs off your own pitcher. You pick your own batter. There's going to be some home runs.
Probably, yeah.
So somebody's going to win.
Maybe. What happens if you get through the first round and nobody won?
After the second round, 3rd round, 5th round, it's not going to take that long.
And it goes on.
Statistically, the chances, go back and look at the home run derbies you've seen at the All-Star games. It doesn't need to go on and on.
Oh, this is so ridiculous.
I say give it a chance.
I don't.
Give it a chance.
I don't. I don't see how it speeds up the game.
Well, all right. So this is why you try things out in the minor leagues, right? This is why this is why you let the squirts do it. And then if it works out there, then you bring it up to the majors.
Yeah, I mean it's fine for minor league.
So well, I'm just saying, if it works in the minors, then it can work in the major leagues, and it's better than magical runner on second. Wouldn't you? Okay, don't you agree that is better than magical runner on second? You're not going to give me equal on this.
I'm not going to give you equal on it. No.
So,
It's still, to me, see, here's the point. If you don't want to stay in the extra innings, you're free to go. Nobody's locking you in the ballpark. Get up after 7 innings and go. If you don't want to stay for the whole game, that's your prerogative. Why must we always keep screwing around with the game?
Because they're trying to keep the game going far beyond.
Who cares if you don't want to stay there?
Who cares? You
and
should
it's
care if you're a
going
baseball
on.
fan.
you're both wrong. Here's the deal. The reason that they are doing this is to keep it not going so they keep ratings on TV, which, by the way, won't happen. And it's not, because Susie wants to go home early. They're trying to keep it a relevant and more exciting thing. And this is a quicker end, and you don't have a bunch of players out there. And you just said yourself, the Diamondbacks haven't had one damn day off. You think that a game where you were there,
Padres,
stay with the show,
tons of innings.
Easy.
I thought you said Diamondback.
Easy.
I thought you said Diamondbacks.
See, I thought so too.
Are you getting froggy over there, little man?
Yep.
No, I'm with you.
Bounce you right out.
Oh my God.
So, there is a fatigue factor for the players themselves. I mean, I get it. This is a condensed season yet again, but still, and this is a fun, exciting thing. It's like a shootout in the NHL. Are you against shootouts?
I am
in
not
the NHL?
against the shootouts. I am not against this being potentially a game settler. I just want to go on record as saying I am a traditional baseball fan, and I don't understand why Drunky McDrunk and his cronies in New York keep screwing around with the game.
Well, it's the Pioneer League, so I don't know if you really.
I get what you're
McDrunk.
saying. I get what you're saying, but why do we have to keep changing the game? If Goodell and his cronies started messing and tinkering around with the football league, you would understand what I mean.
They do.
They do each and every year.
They don't. They have not.
They changed the absolute definition of a catch.
Oh my!
Let me help you out here, Randy.
They changed the definition of a catch. It
That's-
still hasn't.
That's
it
pretty
still
integral to
hasn't
the game.
messed
All right.
around the game.
Randy, listen. I'm with you. There's no reason they needed to do this. They didn't have to change anything. They could have gone extra innings. I agree with you on that. But we have no choice. They're going to change it. They're
Well-
going to change something. So now this is a matter of, would you rather have a home run derby at the end, or would you rather have a magical runner on second? Which, by the way, does not guarantee a quicker end. Just because that guy's there doesn't mean that pitcher is not going to strike everybody out.
Right.
And you're going to have all these innings with magical runners on second.
Right.
So what would you rather have? Magical guy on second or a home run derby?
If
There's no
those are
other
my
choices.
if those are my only two choices, I'm going home run derby.
There you go. That's all
But
I'm
it's
saying.
not going to speed the game up. I don't care. I can prove it to you. It's not going to speed the game.
Well, yeah, Major League Baseball does need to keep attacking pace of play stuff. And I think there's other ways of doing it that don't change the game so much as just speed it along. You don't want to end these games early. We hate the 7-inning doubleheader thing. We hate that. Maybe cut back the time in between pitches. Can we do that? How about keeping the pitchers and hitters locked in? That's why this whole thing is slow.
Yeah, I hate that. They
You know,
have to
that's
go and
all-
Major
adjust
League-
everything on the.
Yeah,
Need to
you
take
don't
off
need
their
to do that.
pants,
How
go
long-
run around the bases, and
How
then
long
come
do you
back.
think?
All right,
How long do you think a Major League Base average length of a Major League Baseball?
3.5 hours.
Nope, wrong.
3:15.
Nope,
Feels like 7.
3.
Oh,
How long? How is the average length of an NFL game?
4?
How
More than
exciting is baseball versus football?
I'm just saying.
You can keep my
we-
attention
we
for 3
keep
hours
talking-
with something exciting.
We keep talking pace of play, and it makes no sense to me when the average Major League Baseball game is less time than an NFL game,
But it's
an
not.
NHL game, or an NBA.
It's not better time.
An hour and a half watching Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood documentary
tell you
feels different than
Then
watching a
you know
3-hour
what?
transmission.
Let me
You know
help you
what,
out with
Junior?
this.
Then don't go.
All right, here we
Then
give
don't
you
go.
let me
And
give
we
you
won't.
quiet, Phil. I'm trying to talk here. Let me give you an example. When we come in here and do this show for 3 hours,
Mhm.
flies by. For us, I doubt for the listeners.
True.
So for us, it flies by. It's 3 hours, click, boom. Anybody who's ever come into our studio and done the show for 3 hours says, my God, that went by fast.
Mhm.
It's a more exciting thing. Now, if you had to sit here and I don't know, talk to the same sports writers all the time, and you had to talk about selling a Honda all the time, and you had to talk to Frank Sanders every week, and you had to talk to all these same people over and over and over.
Yeah.
It can be a long
You see what I'm
3 hours.
saying? 3 hours versus 3 hours.
Yeah.
Football versus baseball. 3 hours is a long time.
I'm not pitting
for
one
baseball.
against the other. I'm just saying they keep messing around. They keep using the excuse pace to play. And it's the stupidest, most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of in my life when an average baseball game goes less time than any other sporting event. That's all.
When do you feel comfortable to get up and get a bag of chips or a soda
In
or
between
anything?
innings.
No.
I've been doing it my entire life, Phil. You're going to lose this
No,
argument
during baseball,
every time.
of course, there are plenty of opportunities.
You can do it between pitches if you're honest.
Yeah, absolutely. But when can you do it in an NFL game? Maybe during the extra point?
I get
Maybe?
up anytime I want to, because you know what? I don't have to sit there and watch every single play of every NFL game. You're going to lose this,
Phil, because there's also a pause button on the TV these days. So
anytime I want.
We got to take a break. When we come back, we'll get back to your guys' texts, and I imagine we'll fight this out a little more. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Well, I started my own restaurant because I love to cook, but that also means a lot of greasy pots and pans. And we can't waste time with endless sink changeovers. So we upgraded to Dawn Professional Pot and Pan.
Dawn Professional cleans 58% more pots and pans per sink than the leading competitor.
Less dish soap, fewer changeovers, and more time doing what we love.
Dawn Professional. It's clean. Upgraded. From P&G Professional.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, our arms are wide open to the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, Space Force, and the DoD. All are welcome to join, whether you're active duty, a veteran, or if you have family who have served. We've always got your six. That's why members earn and save $361 more per year by banking with us. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA. Visit NavyFederal.org. Dollar value based on 2019 study by Navy Federal.
Everybody, Mark Asher, back to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time, and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Last year, the series' most popular driver took home the championship.
This season,
it's anybody's guess who will win.
NASCAR heads to the heartland of America, Kansas Speedway, for the Bushy McBush 400 this Sunday at 11 a.m.
Don't miss a moment of the ground-pounding excitement of NASCAR.
Sponsored by Phoenix Raceway.
And your new epicenter for NASCAR racing in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3.
The Fanatic.
Pack your bags for an amazing trip. And our resort. A short walk away from shopping and fine dining. No. Let's try this again. Honey, I booked the vacation of our dreams. No. Getaway. Yes. Okay, honey, I booked the getaway of our... Hey, sweetie, I'm home. Oh, here goes. Hey, hon. I got a surprise for you.
No matter how you say it, your luxury oasis is just a short drive away to Hermosa Beach, California. Relax in one of Hermosa Oasis's beautifully appointed apartment home retreats. Take in our ocean breezes, panoramic sunset views, or stroll along 20 miles of oceanfront strand. All of our beach homes offer fully equipped kitchens, crisp linens, plus beach towels, chairs, and umbrellas, along with cable TVs and wireless internet throughout the home and oceanfront patio. You don't have to wait until summer to bask in the warmth of the California sun. Visit HermosaOasis.com. That's HermosaOasis.com. Save extra with off-season rates. Now, anytime is a great time to get away. Visit HermosaOasis.com.
The Fanatic.
Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports, and we got a big day of draft coverage for you guys tomorrow. Yep, at 2 p.m. is the VEASAN Draft Preview Show. After that, you got 2 hours of daily blender nougaty goodness. And then after that, the VSiN live draft show is on with Brett Musburger and all the prime hosts from the VSiN network getting us through. You know, listen, since they've legalized gambling here in Arizona, effective, I don't know when, but since it's going to be a real thing here, well, then, we may as well embrace and get used to the terminology and start to learn some of that stuff. And listen, a lot of people are doing prop bets on the draft. A lot of people are looking forward to seeing what their next season holds, and they make early bets in the season. So I think this is a great broadcast for us to learn more about that kind of
So
thing.
are they going to break it down? Or are they going to say, okay, for example, he's a plus 150 to go to this team, and they're going to say, okay, what does that plus 150 mean?
Yeah, and there's going to be live betting during the show. I'm sure there are some platforms, and I don't know that you can actually do that here yet.
Yeah,
but they I'm sure they'll be mentioning those sorts of things. And listen, this is the way of the future, and it can be a lot of fun as long as you don't lose your house.
Yeah,
you know?
oh yeah, definitely.
We always say, whenever we have the beer commercials or we do remotes at places where they drink responsibly.
Mhm.
Well, this is going to be, gamble responsibly.
Yeah.
And if you need help, there's places for that too. Anyway, but back to this, I think it's going to be a fun, exciting broadcast. I'm really looking forward to hearing it.
Yeah,
So-
it's going to be, it'll be enjoyable to hear old Brett Musburger get back on there in the NFL draft. You're looking live at Cleveland, Ohio,
Right.
that kind of thing.
Right. So he's still, even at his age, he's killing it when he does the broadcast for the Raiders.
Yeah.
So anyways, that happens right here at 5 p.m. tomorrow on 1580 The Fanatic. So once again, the ugly pace of play fight has popped up here on the Daily Blender, talking about baseball, talking about that stupid magical runner on second base and extra innings. The ideas that are out there, which I don't mind. I don't mind the home run derby idea, but Randy hates all the ideas and says all these games should be played till they're done. There's no reason to change anything. So I think we all know where we all stand. Let's see what the people on the text line say. 888-368-1580. Radio Pal says, Twiddiot, I think you're wasting your breath trying to convince a baseball purist that change is for the better of the game.
How is this?
I wasn't me. I think that was more Phil.
I don't see how this is better for the game.
I'm saying that I prefer to watch it the way Randy says. I don't mind extra innings, but here's the thing: there will be change, and that has been decided. So if you have to have change, which one would you rather have? So that's what I've been saying, Twitter.
Now, the one thing I'm glad that we can all agree on is that they need an official robot ump and get rid of these behind the guys who just have wider butts and then they call the strike zone however they please. I'm glad that we can all go that far. That's wonderful.
Begrudgingly, Randy 100% against the robot umps until people like Angel Hernandez kept calling horrific plays.
They're just ruining the game. They're ruining the game. These slothful, lazy guys that are out there sucking up money from a union of umpires, and they have no integrity. They don't care how the game goes. They're just making their money.
Yep. Yeah. It's become sad. There is no accountability, and that has made baseball purist Randy White concede. All right, let Skynet be a thing. Bring on the Terminator.
Might as well.
Let's do that.
Might as well.
How cool would it be is if the guy behind the plate was a Terminator,
Umpire.
robot.
Yeah.
And
there'll be a hell of a lot more or less. Arguing balls and strikes.
Nobody would. What was that?
Ball. I don't know.
That's the worst Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think I've
it's
ever
hard
heard.
because I don't have in my cadence.
Golden Shoe says, speaking of speed of play, that last segment seemed like it was 3 hours.
Well, thank you.
Like I said, it seems like it for us. Blissful Hayes says, this is proof that Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire, and Sammy Sosa deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
I don't know how this
baseball wasn't boring when they were cranking long home runs and saving baseball after the strike. Roids were good for the game.
No.
It's called cheating.
Yeah.
Sorry. Boogie says, all right, I have a much better idea. If a baseball gets to 11 innings, everyone on the team has to take 2 shots of whiskey. I like where this is going. Beginning the 11th inning, everyone takes 2 shots. 2 shots at the top of the inning and thereafter. Starting in the 15th inning, we take out 1 position player from the diamond for every inning. No way it makes it to the 15th inning, though.
No.
What
Because
is
everybody will just be too snockered.
Oh, how do you call the game if everybody just passes out drunk and starts throwing up all over the place?
Continuation.
No. First player that throws up, the other team automatically gets the win.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
So it's a drink off.
You can't hold your liquor. Don't be out there in extra innings.
Yeah.
Navy Devil says, I don't see what the rush is. The longer the game is, the more beer you get to drink.
Right?
No, because they cut it off.
Nowadays they've been cutting it off in the 7th inning of a ball game.
Tell me people don't plan for that. Tell me they don't plan for that
I
and
don't
make
know.
sure they have a couple of
people.
couple spares right there ready to go.
Well, they might. I mean, the smart guys will stock up some beers. Yeah,
They got the catheter jug on their ankle.
Gotta have a pocket beer. That's what you gotta have.
Catheter jug. Oh,
yeah. You be prepared. You do what you gotta do.
Oh boy.
I missed this text earlier. When he said, does the other guy have a clue? He says, Phil. I meant Phil. It was Phil, damn it.
Oh.
Phil doesn't have a clue.
Wow.
Damn it. He says, by the way, that damn it was in Randy voice. Damn it.
Damn it.
Jeffrey, you realize that if it were to go to a drink off, you have a great shot of retiring from the NFL and becoming a professional baseball player.
Yeah, at that point, I would be
a highly coveted commodity. Yeah.
I mean, I'm out of here, losers. I don't know what team I play for. I'm very drunk, but at least we know I won't throw up or pass out.
They just roll you to the middle of the diamond mound.
I'll just stand out there in the field, outfield like this. Ball comes towards me, left or right. Better start running. I ain't moving. Cardinal Art says nothing better than old extra inning baseball game. The hell with imaginary second base runners. You got to earn that. Okay.
Oh, please.
Phil Hush was his next text. I'm not even making that up.
Wow.
Watermelon says, I think a home run derby. That'd be better. Be exciting into the game there. Just fans might want to stay to the very last just to see if that happens.
Who wants to stick around with a 19-inning game that does
Phil!
nothing for nobody?
We're talking about stick around to see what happens in the home run derby. He's agreeing with you.
Oh,
you're going to talk people out of agreeing with you. You are annoying enough to talk yourself out of agreeing with you.
You know what? I'm all for it. Let's keep it traditional and pure.
You've just done it. Large Marge says, does this mean Brother Maynard is no longer the first base coach?
Brother Maynard?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Never heard of that.
Fish Tank says, I love the home run derby for the Pioneer League and the minors. I think it makes it very exciting, but it's the minors, so who cares?
Brother
just would never sign off on it going to the Major League Baseball.
Brother Maynard from the Holy Grail, Monty Python.
Oh, okay. I didn't ever know what that guy's name was. I see what you're saying. Baby Got Dak says, Jeffrey, I texted a response to Phil like 20 minutes ago. You didn't read, so my response was delayed. So no fault of my own as far as delayed topics, okay?
Wow.
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry.
Wow. He wants to insult me and insult on his own time. Damn.
Wow. Sometimes I just forget you're a woman. 888-368-1580. I'm going to pay for that one there.
Yep.
No, I read that one before. I did read that one. You just didn't hear it. Lacrosse guy says baseball is getting dumber and dumber. Lacrosse, though, is getting cooler and cooler.
Really?
Yeah, so cool. It's on TV somewhere. Where's it on?
Probably the Ocho.
Understand something, lacrosse guy. I like lacrosse. I do. It's fun. It's enjoyable, but for some reason, still not as popular as soccer. And when you say the term "still not as popular as soccer," that sounds like I don't know. Yeah, nobody ever would watch it ever.
That's not true.
I have nothing against lacrosse. I think it's a wonderful game. It's just not.
What
popular.
channel is it on?
What
channel is it on?
Worldwide, it gets ratings.
What channel?
Is lacrosse?
Yeah.
Or soccer on?
Lacrosse. ESPNU. What is that? There's a U?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They
There's
went
the ESPNU.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All the way at the end of the dial, or?
There's
I don't know.
Yeah, there's LAX Sports News on Roku. They have a lacrosse sports network.
No kidding.
Yeah.
He says this Saturday on the ACC network.
That's another ESPN roll-off. The SEC, the ACC, the Big Ten, the Longhorn Network. That's all.
You know what?
Those are all
then
roll-offs.
Respect, lacrosse guy. A fellow I used to know who used to produce for the Mike and Mike Brooks there. Brooksy, he's working for those guys. So
The ACC?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
He says this Saturday it's Cuse versus Notre Dame. Cardinal Art says, listen, all true drinkers know how to get a sip or two inside the ballpark without buying it from the ballpark, if you know what I mean. Pour me another, Randy. Damn it. Blissful Hayes says, so Jeffrey, you'd just basically be a relief drinker? Yep. I'm 50 years old. How much damage am I going to do?
Right.
I don't know. If I get into shape, I could probably play some outfield. I could probably, maybe, but why would I do that? Because if I'm going to be the
designated
relief drinker,
he's the DD.
Yeah. I don't want to lose any of this alcohol absorption weight right here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mile High Guy says it's 4:51 p.m. on the app. What time is it there? Well, you sent that at 4:50, so you sent that from the future, Mile High Guy. I'm not kidding. The text message says 4:50. He says it's 4:51. What's it like in the future, Mile High Guy?
Wow.
Well, he can only tell 1 minute into the future.
Did the Colts win the draft? Wait, he's only 1 minute? Oh.
Yeah, so he can't really tell you who won the draft.
That does not help me until tomorrow. Cardinal Art says, Phil, you can just keep your foot out of your mouth, huh? You can't do it, huh? It's starting to sound like the dudes who promote cars and talk to Frank Sanders and all wash up players over there.
Please, no. If I
a
were
lot
to
of
go there,
emojis with crying eyes and stuff.
yeah, no. If I were to go that route, I could say the word lather a lot, sniff out of my nose. There's a lot of more steps needed to get there.
Lather.
I don't even know what that is about. You know why? Because even when they were here, I didn't listen. So, random texter says, all I know is the Kansas City O-line is probably the best in the NFL since they added Brown from Baltimore. Bam! Reed going after that devastating Super Bowl right there. All right, guys.
Yep.
We must break. Be back. 1 more hour. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Last year, the series' most popular driver took home the championship.
This season,
it's anybody's guess who will win.
NASCAR heads to the heartland of America, Kansas Speedway, for the Bushy McBush 400 this Sunday at 11 a.m.
Don't miss a moment of the ground-pounding excitement of NASCAR.
Sponsored by Phoenix Raceway.
And your new epicenter for NASCAR racing in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3.
The Fanatic.
Thank goodness it seems like the worst is over, but is your business back to pre-COVID numbers? Hi, Bruce Jacobs here to invite you to take advantage of a great opportunity to promote that you are open and ready to serve. With our affordable Open for Business advertising package, you'll only spend hundreds but reach thousands of potential new customers. Just go to 1580thefanatic.com and click on the link for Open for Business package. This offer will not last long. The Open for Business package on 1580 The Fanatic. Now let's all get back to business.
Come to Summit Male Medical Center to take control of your love life and your health. A recent investigation of men with low testosterone showed more than half were diagnosed with depression. That's depressing. 89% of the men in that study had erectile dysfunction and 69% had a low sex drive. Now that is really depressing, but it doesn't have to be that way. Come let Summit Male Medical Center put a smile on your face and your spouse's. Call 480-398-1000 or go to summitmalemedical.com. Come see our all-male medical staff, the most experienced and knowledgeable staff that deals with ED, PE, and low T that you'll find anywhere. We've been in the Valley since 2008, and we've helped tens of thousands of guys and indirectly their loved ones achieve happiness with a healthier life and the newfound ability to rekindle their love life. Don't wait or hesitate. Come get a smile on your face. Get happy. Call Summit Male Medical Center. 480-398-1000 or go to summitmalemedical.com. Kiss the blues away.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100 plus degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harman Solar today. Harman Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harman Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmansolar.com. Harman Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
Hi, I'm Dr. Gordon Christensen. When I became a dentist, I learned how quickly poor oral health can lead to other serious health problems. And for people without access to care, these problems can spiral very quickly. I wanted to help, so I joined Dental Lifeline Network. Right now, there's a wait list for patients in need in your community. I'm asking fellow dentists who will join me in seeing one patient per year.
To learn more, visit willyouseeone.org.
KQFN Tempe.
Also transmitting on K25CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM.
And K24EU Fountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
All right, people, settle down. Because it's time. Time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Phil in there, aggravating everybody, and you guys are on the Summit Mail Medical text line, 888-368-1580. We are broadcasting live in the Harmon Solar Studios here in Scottsdale, and a fiery couple of hours.
Oh,
Fiery.
There's no mild sauce on this hot wing. We are all Frank's Red Hot.
Okay, thanks, Phil. 888-368-1580. And so, listening to sports talk radio, sometimes I hear phrases that I just can't stand.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, let's see if you remember. What is one of my least favorite phrases in sports talk radio?
At the end of the day.
Yes, I hate that.
He put a little mustard on it.
Yeah, the cult members that used to do the morning show here used to say that all the time.
At the end of the day.
end of the day.
Yeah.
And I was like, and at the end of the day, you're fired. Anyway, so I just don't like at the end of the day. And I'd like to see that never said again on the sports talk radio. So what are some terms or words that you think should just be outright banned from the sports talk radio?
Bro.
Oh, stop it. Oh, stop it. I'm going to.
We used to hear that a lot.
Yeah.
We don't hear it anymore.
No.
The worlds, whenever they're like, oh, it's the James Hardens of the worlds or the Cam Newtons of the worlds. And what does that even mean? You're just talking about Chris Paul. You're just talking about Cam Newton. You're just talking about James Harden. There's no of the world.
He's got a high motor.
Yeah. Oh, that's another one. Yeah. Well, here are some terms. Let's see if we get rid of them or if they're okay.
Okay.
That one's a real warrior. Not like the Warriors, but oh, yeah, he's a warrior. Oh, he's a fighter. Oh,
I don't mind that one.
Okay.
Run through a wall.
Yeah. Well, you got to give 110%.
Yeah, please. Really?
You can only give 100%. There is no 101%. There's no 110%.
Yeah.
There's 100%.
Yeah. What's up with that?
The winningest anything. He's the winningest coach. The winningest seems like a lazy word. I feel like we could do better.
Successful.
We heard it way too much.
Most successful coach.
Yeah. This coach has won more games than anyone else.
Yeah.
Winningest. Is that even really a proper word?
I'd have to look that up on the Urban Dictionary.
Dictionary.com, that thing. I'm kind of curious. It shouldn't be. And I'll tell you what, outside of this, tired of adding non-words to the dictionary. Just because people start saying it, don't make it a word.
Yeah.
It's just dictionary people like, we can't sell these things because you just put a word in on Google and there it is. But we got to add all the words.
Oh, so you're saying
they're just trying to get attention.
Adding weird words is a little sus.
Does anybody buy dictionaries anymore?
No.
Like that you hold in your hand?
They download the app.
I think every smartphone, every computer, they're all loaded with a dictionary and a thesaurus.
So they should not add stupidity to these things.
No.
Just because was the Oxford or the Webster's or the Merriam's or whoever's aren't getting enough attention. So they're like, then this word should be in there. No, shut up. No, it shouldn't. It's not a word. It wasn't a word before.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be a word now.
Yep.
Knock it off. Anyway, so winningest. Did we confirm that's an actual word?
Yeah.
Lose it.
Yep. Goat. I'd like to get rid of that.
Yeah, that's got a lot of traction here lately. Don't you think?
Too
Phil?
much goat.
It's all this. He's a goat. This is a goat. This is a great guy. He's going to be the goat. Yeah, give me a break.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, greatest of all time. You can take a moment and just say that guy is the greatest of all time. Oh, he's a goat. It just doesn't seem
Like
it is weird. It's
Yeah.
it's the lamest sports term I think around there. Because if you go and talk to somebody who's not into sports, and you're like, oh, he's the GOAT. What does that mean? Greatest of all time. Like they look at you as if you're saying a Dungeon and Dragons term.
Mhm.
You look at them how you say like, oh, if I'm rolling with my D6 die, and you're like, what's it? What?
the hell's he talking about now?
See, don't you feel a little bit lamer towards me?
I didn't know I could. So here's another word. Adversity. They always talk about, well, this guy's been through a lot of adversity, but they did it. Come on, don't be lazy. This guy has had this or that. Give us a little bit of something on that. Don't just say adversity. I'm tired of the word adversity.
He's faced a lot of adversity.
You're right. High motor. That's annoying.
Yeah, high motor.
He's clutch. He's clutch. He's a clutch player. Maybe he drives an automatic and he's not clutch.
I don't mind that so much because that's true though.
What about all the intangibles? Oh, there's a lot of intangibles.
Now that could go away.
I get tired of that. Load management. That just makes me think
management.
I'm planning when I'm going to poop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got your money's worth out of that guy.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really mind that one. And then,
I know.
Can I tell you what I hate?
I know which one you
watching baseball, and they call it a ribby. Oh, look at
they got a ribby.
They're not ribbies.
So annoying.
Or when he hit it to Oppo, he went Oppo with it.
Yeah.
The hell are you trying to say?
It's not that hard to put real words together, you lazy bastards.
I know which one you guys hate.
Okay.
Serviceable.
Oh yeah, that one's pretty
pretty
bad. Serviceable. Actually, it's not bad. It's actually serviceable. Serviceable is a serviceable term so far.
Serviceable is exactly what it is.
If you say it as much as certain people have said it, then yes, becomes unserviceable or out of serviceable. How about he's a glue guy? Just say he's an important part of the team. Glue guy.
I kind of like glue guy.
I always giggle when anytime I heard Al Michaels say penetrate. He says it a lot. Penetrate that line. Yeah. Okay. This is really, I think, on the outskirts of institutional racism.
Okay.
When they say he has a high basketball IQ.
Yeah.
Why do you say that guy's pretty smart? Why do you gotta say a high basketball IQ? He's a smart player. How about that instead?
Because it doesn't sound zingy enough. That's why.
It's kind of like whenever you're talking about white guys who can move at the quarterback position, they've always got sneaky athletic ability.
That's right. Sneaky athletic ability.
He's sneaky fast.
Yeah. Let's see. Putting on a clinic. Oh, he's out there putting on a clinic.
I don't like that either.
Now that you mention it, yeah.
I always just think it was like, what does that mean? The other players all have STDs and he's helping them out with that. I mean, in the NBA it works, but I don't know. So I'm just curious if anybody else has any, phrases or words in sports they'd like to see chucked right out the window. Mr. Pringle says locker room presence. I'd go along with that and say he's a real leader in the locker room.
Yeah,
it's better than locker room presence.
I kind of like that. I think that could even be a texture nickname.
Pringle also says, can Phil stop saying dropping loads, please? Yeah.
When have I ever said dropping load?
Boom, you just did. Got him to do it for you, Pringle. You're welcome. He says one of the best is one of the best. Yes, calling somebody one of the best. Well, how can there be more than one of the best? There should just the best. So
he's
it's not
one of the best at the field that he's in.
You're either the best or you're not the best. You're not one of the best.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true. You can be a top 5 player.
True freshman.
Yeah.
That's dumb. You're a freshman or you're not a freshman.
Well, now see, when it comes to collegiate sports, you're talking about redshirt freshman.
That took me the longest time.
Redshirt sophomore. True freshman means he hasn't had any redshirt years. I don't mind that too much.
I don't know. It's a little bit annoying though.
Being on the outside and coming in, learning that lingo, that was the most confusing thing.
Game manager, says Turd Ferguson. He says that's been way over.
Game manager?
Yeah, he's a real game manager. Like, that's exactly what happened when my quarterback from my Colts went over and gave a Super Bowl to Phil's Broncos.
Yeah.
At that point, old Broken Neck was.
He was not a game manager.
He was a game manager.
He was a superb game manager.
Hold on.
When he won the Super Bowl, he was.
That's what I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about that Super Bowl. That game, he was throwing the wobbliest of passes, but his presence and his intelligence and the way he rallied that offense, kept them together. Nobody made mistakes. He was a leader out there.
Yeah.
But at that point,
he was a real locker room presence.
He was a real
Foot-
locker room presence,
Yeah.
not much of a game
Oh,
manager.
He was a coach on the field, coach on the court.
I don't know if that bothers me so much.
No.
You don't get much of that anymore.
Yeah.
Remember, these are SOL. Nice. One day at a time. Really?
That's in elk. Yeah.
We try to cram like 2 or 3 into a day at a time, and it never goes well for us. And let's
That's how
see.
you pull a hammy.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, of course, Phil likes the name locker room presence. Probably more than Speedos, though. Phil wouldn't win a locker room fight since half the people are already naked, so that won't work. His strategy. It won't work.
Yeah.
What is a locker room fight?
Fight in the locker room.
That's all that is?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
But he's saying you wouldn't win a locker room fight.
Yeah, what? But that's like saying but that's not even as definitive as saying like he
Now
would
you're
win a
getting
steel cage.
nitpicky. We're looking for annoying, overused terms. This is just a guy saying a locker room fight, which is not even a sports term. He's just saying you wouldn't win a fight in a locker room.
No, I know, and I'm saying that that's a dumb insult.
Phil knows he wouldn't win a fight anywhere.
Yeah, I'm more insulted that you went that specific when you could have just said he can't win a fight. Like that at least makes sense.
Large Marge says, I got a sports cliche right here. Elway doesn't know QBs. Yeah, that is very said often and overused. But if it's 100% true all the time,
it is true.
It's not really one of the things we're talking about.
Yeah.
Jagdog says they were better. They were just the better team today. They wanted it more.
Oh, I got somebody who says champions make you got to make your
perfect.
free throws. Got to make your free throws. I love that.
Oh, you got to make your free throws.
Got to make your free throws.
Yeah, got to make your free throws.
You don't like when I get that's my analysis.
Wow.
He says,
I'm on to you, Phil.
I will agree that I dislike when they keep calling someone the future GOAT. Stop grasping. Just let the future play itself out.
Thank you.
Jagdog says they can only hope to contain him.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. Navy Devil says the other quarterback on here would say, throw the baby out with the bathwater. What the hell is he talking about?
Throw the baby out.
What other quarterback? What are you talking about? Navy Devil, we don't know what you're talking about.
Is he talking to us?
This guy always makes me look away. Look at that guy on the top right. He looks like me. Always freaks me out.
Could you just focus on the show we're doing and stop? I'm not, you know what? I had to turn off TVs on old Eric Cohen. Don't make me turn off TVs on you.
Look at him.
It's
like a dead ringer.
Not really. That guy's good looking. Average Joe says, wow, Phil, that's a great take. That's definitely not said often or overused. Wow, Phil, that's a great sports take.
What take did I give?
Wow, Phil. No, that's the
it's the saying.
That's
I see.
That's the under or never used sports take.
I see.
Wow, Phil, that's a great sports take. Well, it freaked people out that one day. I says, you know what? No, Phil's right.
Oh yeah.
I heard screeching tires out on the. What did Jeffrey just say? Oh, here we go. Large Marge. We know what we had to do. What? Baby Got Dak says, did anyone say he won the locker room? That one is dumb. The locker room is not a game. I don't think it is a game.
More so than that, he lost the locker room. More so than won the locker room, lost the locker room. Oh, the coach lost the locker room. The quarterback lost the locker room.
Yeah.
Circumcised Mosquito, I think now he has been downgraded from text of the day to text of the hour because this one is going to win this hour.
Dang, he's on a roll.
Hefty Lefty. No, a different guy. Hefty Lefty says, actually, the Kardashian Jenner clan has been overused in the NBA. And that's text of the hour.
I still like Gillette, but that was good.
It says, actually, that is how words come to be. Where do you think all the other words come from? People just making up words, and then that's how you get words in the dictionary. No, well, Randy's a purist when it comes to baseball, and I'm a purist when it comes to my dictionary. Okay, maybe that you're probably right, Hefty Lefty.
Yeah.
Mr. Pringle has one. He goes, launch angle.
Oh, I'm so
launch
sick
angle.
and tired of that. Give me a break.
Turd Ferguson says anything that Joe Buck says.
Well, that's true.
It's true. It's true. You got a good point there.
True.
I kind of like Joe Buck.
Oh, here we go. Heavy Metal Maniac says, what about rallying around the team? You almost want to see that where you got the team. The guys like running around going, rally, rally.
Raleigh. Next guy up. Next guy up. That is so stupid.
Well, he's the next guy up. We know he's the next guy up.
Yeah,
because he's the backup quarterback.
It's that next guy up mentality.
Should be, a given, right? Twitty, says, how about a dunk with authority? It's still a 2-point phrase. Can we just get rid of that one? Yeah, it's a 2-point play.
With authority.
He shares the sugar.
Fire slam agenda. Yeah. Dunk. Oh, it was a dunk with authority. Hey, you're right. That is stupid. Bala51 says, can they please stop just saying Tom Brady all the time? Can't stand how they say Tom Brady all the time.
Tom Brady.
Hey, let's do our imitation of that station down the dial. Ready?
Yeah.
Cardinals.
Kyler Murray,
Phoenix Suns.
CP3.
Cardinals.
Sun Devils.
Guys, I want to apologize. There was nothing wrong with your radio. You're still listening to 1580 The Fanatic. I know you might think this thing has changed by itself. It is not. And we apologize. We know that's not really cool to do. Sorry. Everybody apologize.
Sorry.
We are professionals.
Yeah.
Don't lie like that, Phil. Just say sorry.
Okay. I'm sorry.
I feel bad. Come on, Cowboy Sparky. At the end of the day, there's always pina colada. Why? What did I ever do to you, Cowboy Sparky?
At the end of the day.
Yeah, Fish Tank doesn't like when they say quarterbacks are game managers. Just tell us they're boring, but they seem to hang in during games. Just do that.
That's good. That's fine.
They do an average job.
Right. Blissful Hayes says he plays with reckless abandon. His skills are uncanny.
I don't think I've ever heard those like that much.
Blissful Hayes just wanted to show you how old he is.
Yeah.
Cardinal Art says, and he goes deep. That should be banned. Yeah. What, it makes you feel inadequate? He says, I really don't care about the phrase. We got to keep trucking. And you're 1-8 to start the season. We got to keep trucking. That's how we got to do. We got to get through this. We got to just keep on we got to keep playing our game. Well, no, you don't, because your game sucks so far. I don't know. Watermelon says, haven't heard it in sports world, but a phrase that gets me, a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Ooh.
Is it 2 in the bushy McBush?
You watch a lot of racing? Dog named Boo says athleticism. He doesn't like when they hear that. Oh, there's a lot of athleticism.
I mean, that's just a tangible. That's what it is.
Average Joe says any interview after a game is just dumb.
Yeah. It's full of puns.
Agree. Well, no. There is one. It's who hurt you or whatever that was with the Richard Sherman. That's what happens when you put me on a sorry receiver like that. You don't test me. That was good.
Yeah, there is a set script for a lot of these dumb quarterbacks. We just played our game. Really proud of these guys.
There's no I in team, but there's a W in we, and we all won.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, I think you could take LeBron down, Phil. By the way, baseball team, he put some wood on that one. All right. Yeah, obviously the bats are made of wood. So he says, here, I could care less. That's a bad one, especially because if you say it incorrectly. I couldn't care less. I could care less. I absolutely could care less. I
couldn't care less.
Yeah, but I couldn't care less.
Well, if we're going to that, it should be you have another think coming instead of you have another thing coming. Because the thought is
everybody says you have another thing coming.
Yeah, if you think this, then you have another thing coming. The actual appropriate response would be you have another think coming.
Mr. Pringle says, great to hear from Turd. Oh, Turd Ferguson.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you were having a private moment. We didn't need to know about it. Random Texter says, it's do or die right here. Well, generally nobody dies in every play.
This is the game right here.
Lightning Bolt says, just like us, they put their pants on one leg at a time.
Oh, boy.
I put mine on 2 legs at a time. Seriously.
Do you hop up and just put them both in there at the same time?
Bam! Well, no, I have
that's gonna hurt.
Well, I get the maid and the butler to hold them. And then I just sort of slide off of the bed.
I see. Nice.
And I make them make eye contact.
Very well.
I'm like, Gladys, it's rude. Look right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
In the eyes.
Both of you. Eye contact. Put
Eyes
my
up
pants
here.
on. Put my pants on. Put
Yeah.
my pants on. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
They hate when I do that last part.
Oh, that's good. I can understand. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure Gladys. I can see
that would
why
make
she's,
me feel a little strange as well.
I can't imagine why she's always on LinkedIn. All right, we got to take a break. We'll come back. More of this nonsense. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Free speech is priceless. It is now 13 years since Summit Male Medical started helping men overcome the effects of erectile dysfunction, premature issues, and low testosterone. And the only way we could help was to be able to get the message out that we could help. Thank you, free speech. We've had to deal with these sensitive topics and inform the public that we can help and we guarantee to help with ED, or we won't charge you. These are issues that break apart relationships and then in turn families. And without freedom of speech, we would have not been able to help the tens and tens of thousands of guys here at Summit Male Medical. If you're one of the millions that still need help with ED, PE, or low T, call 480-398-1000 or go to summitmalemedical.com. Free speech. Ideas and information are not to be afraid of, but they should be discussed openly. So make that call to Summit Medical to start that discussion to get you the help you need. 480-398-1000 or go to summitmalemedical.com. We are here to help.
These last few months have reinforced just how unpredictable the world is increasingly becoming. Right now, we're seeing market highs in the face of economic lows. Professional investors are wisely positioning their portfolios to protect against possible market downturns while still benefiting from the current bull market. So should you. Register for Online Trading Academy's complimentary 3-hour class, Protection from the Election. This new class will explore strategies to protect wealth from instability and capture profits during both bull and bear cycles. Call 844-877-2337 to reserve your complimentary seat in Protection from the Election. Space is limited and all COVID safety measures will be followed. Classes are available in Scottsdale, Chandler, or Peoria. Call 844-877-2337 or text OTA to 31996. Again, call 844-877-2337 or text OTA to 31996.
Last year, the series' most popular driver took home the championship.
This season,
it's anybody's guess who will win.
NASCAR heads to the heartland of America, Kansas Speedway, for the Bushy McBush 400 this Sunday at 11 a.m.
Don't miss a moment of the ground-pounding excitement of NASCAR.
Sponsored by Phoenix Raceway.
And your new epicenter for NASCAR racing in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3.
The Fanatic.
It's the greatest spectacle in racing. Speed of 230 miles per hour.
200 laps, 500 miles.
Only one driver takes home the BorgWarner Trophy and gets the icy cold drink of milk in victory lane.
For 105 years, it has been a Memorial Day tradition. The Indianapolis 500. Hear it live, May 30th, on your home for the Indy 500. 1580 and 99.3. The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports.
Today, the Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Got a new texter here on the text line. 8603 says, Chris Collinsworth in his phrase. Now, here's a guy. Well, he inherited that from John Madden, but you didn't mind when he said it.
When John Madden did, yeah.
Now, here's a guy.
Yeah.
Because it was unique to him. It was his thing.
You think he stole it from him, or do you think it just was accidental? What?
Do I think he inherited it or stole it from him?
Yeah.
It's hard to say. Yeah, Chris
I
Collinsworth.
want an answer, and I'm not doing anything until
Chris
you give me one.
Collinsworth seems like a decent dude. I don't think he stole it from him.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably just one of his catchphrases, one of his crutches.
By the way, new texter 8603. How about a nickname for yourself? Go ahead and throw that on in here. Baker's Cocky Hin says Jeffrey putting his pants on sounds like the Deshaun Watson at the end of his massages. It's very, very different. I have probably half as much oil on me when this happens.
No, I'm sure you do.
Random texter says, how about this? On paper, they're the team to beat. Pretty much on the field or the court, they're the team to beat. I don't think we do any of this crap on paper, do we?
Now I'm going to be self-conscious. I'm going to be thinking about what am I saying right now?
Everything. Killer Rabbit says, I get sick of hearing, Mr. Killer Rabbit, you're being cut off. You need to leave the stadium.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's sad. Boomer Sooner says, Phil.
Yes.
I don't know. You just said Phil. That was it.
Oh.
Phil. Before that, he says, geez, Jeffrey, the worst part about Phil reacting to that Pina Colada song is it sounds as if he's having an orgasm. It sounds to you like everything he does.
I know. Why are you thinking of me in an orgasmic way? Is that
boy.
is that a subconscious subtlety that you're going to have to realize?
This all makes me uncomfortable. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
It makes me a little uncomfortable.
I need an adult. I need an adult.
Yeah.
Stranger danger. Stranger danger.
Yeah, it's making me uncomfortable. He's thinking about me in an orgasmic way.
Stop saying that. That's making me uncomfortable. Mr. Pringle says, my favorite thing to hear in sports. No, my least favorite. My favorite. Shut up, Phil.
Wow.
I thought it was going to be me reacting to the Pina Colada song.
Twitty, it says, we failed to execute. Yeah, why don't you just say we sucked? Yeah, there was a player that did say that. It went on and said, yeah, we just sucked today.
Oh, yeah.
And they just gave him the worst time, but I was supporting that. It's like, hey, be honest. You know what? We sucked. I sucked. That guy sucked. You sucked over there. I didn't even play. That's why, because you sucked. If you could play, we wouldn't be in this position.
Yeah.
That I have respect for. A lot more than any of the other garbage they say out there.
There's a couple, actually. A lot of people I know, JJ Watt said it. Maybe that's who you were thinking of.
Yeah,
You said
that's
that we
right.
sucked. Yeah, because even Mike Tomlin's done it. Tortorella.
Navy Devil says he's a bell cow. Yeah, give me a break. What is that? Was that like about early running backs, 19th right? century?
That means the lead back who doesn't give up work on third down.
Yeah, I know.
But-
Marge says, hey, we got to keep our eye on the prize because that guy's a real spark plug. That's a good point. It's another one. So you're right, though, Randy. We probably shouldn't have done this.
Yeah.
Now we are going to second guess everything that is said.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
I know if I'm providing analysis, I'm going to look for different phrasing.
So if you were on the Golden State Warriors and you played in that game last night, if you came out and said anything other than we suck, then you were wrong because that was horrible. And I'm sorry, Fed Ben. I know you're a huge Golden State fan, but they went 12 minutes. They went 9 minutes, 38 seconds without scoring.
Yeah, like a 24,
28 points in that
28
stretch.
run, 28-0 run. Yeah.
It was horrible. 28-0 run.
Wow.
That hasn't been done to anybody since the Knicks had a 28-0 run against the Raptors. The worst one, though, was a 29-0 run by the Cavs against the Bucks on December 6, 2009.
It was poignant what Steve Kerr had to say. This was probably our biggest game of the season. And we knew coming into this thing, and it was over before it even got started.
Is that another of those things?
No, that's what he
before
said. It was over before it got started.
Oh, I thought you were.
That's what Steve Kerr said. That's a direct quote.
Does that one bother us? Does that bother us?
No.
We have to let some in or we are screwed. 8603 says, hey, how about Jeff Van Gundy for a nickname?
Jeff Van Gundy?
Are you indeed Jeff Van Gundy?
Can I change my name to Jeff Van Gundy?
It's it's a fair question, isn't it?
Wow.
All right, I'll put you in there as Jeff Van Gundy, but now you got to tell me honestly. I won't say on air. But
what if he's Stan Van Gundy who wants to be called Jeff Van Gundy?
Stan's a little busy these days.
No, I'll allow it either.
Yeah.
Mr. Pringle says anything that comes out of Mel Kiper's mouth is enough.
Todd.
Hamilton Porter says defense travels.
No, it doesn't.
King Kitten says, okay, I'm heading home.
Meow, meow.
Oh, clear the way. Clear the way.
Oh, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. I need to know your path so I can help you out, King Kittens. We'll clear traffic for you. He says, yeah, I'm making BLT sandwiches for dinner tonight. Cooking that bacon on my Blackstone griddle. I'm going to try some of that twisted bacon. Any tips on the bacon, Randy? Dude, I'm the bacon guy.
Yeah, Jeffrey's the baconator.
He's probably going to tell you to leave it on that crusty, moldy, old seasoned pan that's from centuries ago. That great
it's called
grandma.
Season and shut the hell up, Phil. So here's the thing, King of Kittens. From what I understand, twisting the bacon is better served if you can do that in an oven. I don't know how well it's going to turn out in a pan because all the heat is coming from the bottom. When it's in the oven on top of one of those cooling rack things, the heat is able to go all around it. So I'm not sure if the twisted bacon is going to go as well
in your pan as it would in the oven. But hey, keep an eye on it. Don't let it burn, and make sure you're rolling it, I guess, across the pan. It's worth a try. Let us know how it goes.
Randy, I think I can speak for both of us when we say it is always better when you twist it.
How are you speaking for both of who?
Me and Randy.
Twist what?
Wow.
The bacon.
You really want him speaking for you?
No. Yeah. I want about 30 of those Coors Lights right now.
Yep.
I've had enough of today's show.
Well, I was on today's show. That didn't make me feel very good to hear.
It's been a rough road today.
Hefty Lefty says, well, according to sources.
Yeah.
That's his. He doesn't like when they say
according to sources. Yeah. That's one of my pet peeves too.
Blissful Hayes says it wouldn't be a sexy draft pick. I'll tell you that. I guess people are saying that it wouldn't be a sexy
draft pick.
I can't.
Or is he talking about Mel Kiper? I don't know.
Is he a sexy draft pick?
I don't know. Every man for himself.
Yeah.
Skull says, how about Vikings going to the Super Bowl? Yeah, we're tired of hearing that. Prison Wallet says, I think Chris Collinsworth is paying tribute to John Madden. Besides, I'm surprised you don't have a texter with the nickname That's What She Said. We might have it. That's what she said. All right. You know what? Bears and Wallet. We may have that. I'm going to look it up. Alcoholic says, I'm tired of hearing Phil say, anyways. Anyways is not a word. I say the same thing, alcoholic. So
how can he hear?
Usually it's when I'm tired of hearing Phil and I go, anyways, and then we move on.
Yeah.
How can he hear that I'm pronouncing anyways as one word?
Because you can hear the at the end. Hitting the nuts says he's got the physicality to do. Twitty says, please, Jeffco, you guys don't have to second guess everything you say. That's what the fourth dimension is for. We're more than happy to do it for you.
Thank you.
That's another thing I want to avoid.
Yep.
Just the Tip says the Knicks went 29 points unanswered. How bad do the Raptors suck? Well, that was in 2017.
Yeah.
King Kitten says, all right, I'm going Greenway to the 51. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to the show, if you're on Greenway between the 51, well, where? I don't know. He says traffic is flying. No need. Okay, everybody, just if it gets a little bit too crowded, though, move out of the way. King Kitten's got to make some BLTs.
That is one thing. King of Kittens is usually responsible with his traffic calls. I know there was the one time where he had to use the restroom, the facilities, and he asked for it. He called for it, and we obliged. But other than that, he doesn't do this every day.
No. This is every now and then kind of thing. Cardinal Art says, hey, can I get a weather forecast and maybe a nice cold brewski there, Randy?
You want a weather forecast and an icy cold brewski?
That's right.
Use the brewski.
Yep.
And here's your weather forecast from the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center. Chief Meteorologist Randy White coming at you live and direct. That little bit of a storm blow through from the northeast heading due south. Most of it is cleared out of the area as I look at the Doppler radar right now. 72 degrees here in beautiful Scottsdale, 73 degrees downtown Phoenix. Let me get over to my Doppler screen here. It doesn't look like there's going to be too many chances for more continued thunder showers. 10% is what we're saying right now. It's mostly to the east and far west of us. Like when I say far west, I mean way the hell out there far west, like Buckeye. Out there in Buckeye, Avondale, out in that area, way the hell out there. And then it's to the east of us. Fountain Hills looks like you're going to get wet here in just a few minutes. So, yeah, that's your weather up to the minute from the 1580 The Fanatic Weather Center. Chief Meteorologist Randy White, back to you, Jeffco.
All right, we got to figure out how to keep Phil from dancing to your theme music.
What?
Yeah,
who the hell dances to weather report theme music?
Phil, and I wish I hadn't had to see that. I just happened to glance over, and there he's going full flash dance. Got a feeling kind of thing over there.
Oh, no.
I can't help it.
We strap him to something.
We're going to have to.
Please strap me down.
We're going to have James, the morning show producer on the Money Radio, our sister station. We'll have him fix some seatbelts to that chair.
Yeah, we're going to have to. Well, no, it's got to be like 4 different points of tension.
Maybe a 5-point harness like we have in the NASCAR.
Yeah, you gotta secure me down with all the suntan lotion and Speedo stuff under here. I just slither right out.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Yeah. Didn't need to hear that on a beautiful Wednesday afternoon.
I am well lubricated. Let's just say that.
Why you gonna ruin everybody's day?
Yeah.
Dinner is just about a minute away.
Right.
Random texter says, I'm tired of hearing second guessing.
Second guessing.
Mm-hmm. Large Marge says, if we twist Phil, doesn't he cook better? Bobby Flay would probably use some Chipotle. That Phil meat would fall off the bone. Go Suns.
I think it already does.
Oh, Hefty Lefty confirms it. Says, yes, that what she said is my coworker.
Yeah.
I knew we had one.
That's what she said.
Skull says, what are traffic controls? Skull likes to pretend like he's some sort of a street racer. Boomer Sooner says, just for the Blunder Nation, Jeffrey, traffic moving smoothly, appearing Anthem Country Club.
Did he say Blunder Nation?
Yeah, what the hell, Boomer Sooner?
What's going on there, Boomer Sooner?
Is that straight fire?
I mean, I sing to you all the time, Boomer Sooner, and then you come in with Blunder Nation.
Is that what you're going to do? You're going to start calling us the Daily Blunder?
Is that straight fire?
Straight fire.
I wonder if I should have called the show that to begin with.
The Blunder?
Yeah, it's actually not bad.
The Daily Blunder.
Daylight Drew says, what's up, fellas? Enjoy tomorrow's draft and pour me a maker's mark, please.
Here you are, my friend.
Cardinal Art says, you're a gentleman and a scholar, Randy.
Thank you.
You're a scholar?
Well, yeah, I am a certified weather meteorologist.
I still question your credentials.
That's right there in my office. You can go in at any time and you could view it.
And I've printed one that looks just like it for myself.
It's got you got Willard Scott as the school president, and he signed off on my diploma of meteorology.
I'm a school president too.
Yeah. Me too. So, sure. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time now for On This Date in Big George's sports history.
This microphone smells.
Back in the year 1950, Jim Martin, catcher for the Pampa Oilers of the Class C West Texas New Mexico League, struck by lightning behind the plate during a contest played at Abilene's Blue Sox Stadium. The 20-year-old backstop was knocked unconscious by the bolt of electricity, and his catcher's mask propelled 20 feet beyond the pitcher's mound.
Get a net for that.
It's okay because he lived.
That's good.
Yeah, it's one of those things where we wouldn't laugh about it if he died. That'd been like, but no, he's perfectly fine. He returned to the lineup the next day, and they said that was the turning point. Him getting zapped by the lightning electrified his teammates, and the Oilers finished with the best record in the league that year. Well, that was a term that was in the paper by the way.
Electrified.
Electrified. Yeah. So Jim Martin,
his mask landed just 25 feet away.
It blew right off from 20 feet. That's amazing. I mean, beyond the mound. So that's how many feet? That's got to be like 40 feet. Something like that. Jim Martin, you get hit by lightning there. Every time he drove under a bridge, you couldn't hear him talk. It was weird. Kyle G says, how I imagine Randy doing to the weather reports.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, it's a visual, Kyle, so I can only show him at a break. Baby Got Dak says, sure, Phil, you're the president of Poop Sandwich Eaters. That's what you are. Wow.
This show has gone off the rails.
We just went out of junior high to the 5th grade, I think. I don't mind it. Hefty Lefty says, how many times have you been struck by lightning? 6.
Well, Tom Brady just got
66 times.
Tom Brady was struck this past offseason.
I don't even know what to do now. Well, we were talking about the Mavericks, and
we were.
And we were talking about the Warriors getting whooped by the Mavericks in a 28-0 run.
Yeah.
And we did that.
Yeah.
Dwight Howard. Let's talk about Dwight Howard for a moment.
Did he get hit by lightning too?
No, but he's about to get hit by a fine and possible suspension because he's got 15 technicals. He's one away from automatic fine and suspension. Now, all right, it's a $5,000 fine, but I guess he loses a game check. I don't know how long the suspension is, but he says he's being targeted by the referees. He says this is ridiculous. Some of them, yes, I deserve. Others, borderline and just not right. He says, well, I was just clapping once and I got a technical.
Wow.
Well,
actually, that's true. That one was true.
To be fair, he was clapping sarcastically because he just got a technical. So I think that does count. But he says, I feel like I'm being targeted every night.
Wow.
Felt like I've been targeted. He says, I don't care, though. I'm going to play as hard as I can. I'm going to play like I want to play. I'm from old school basketball. I like to talk trash. I like to hit people. I like to push people. He says, it's not like I'm doing it to be malicious. It's just how I play. Philly basketball. I can't help it.
Philly basketball.
So is he? Listen, I would dismiss this almost immediately if I hadn't seen Devin Booker getting teed up for stuff which did not seem like he should be getting teed up for.
Yeah.
So is there something to this?
Well, I think I think that there are some people in the league that have a reputation, and their reputation precedes them with the officials, and therefore the officials are a little more quick to call a technical.
Right, and they're a little sensitive.
But then Devin Booker, I don't understand why he got a technical the other night in that game. We were sitting here watching.
Yeah, we watched it happen, and we were both just like, unless he's like a ventriloquist guy and he can say, "You're a artist," and like and your mom too. Unless that was what was coming out, there's no reason he should have been teed up.
Yeah.
Mile High guy says, "Yes, I am texting from the future, and just so you know, Phil has still not shut up." Well, I don't need somebody from the future to tell me that. We knew,
boy.
We knew.
All right.
Large
He's already
Marge,
speaking from tomorrow's show.
Randy's got to say, I'm better with my gauges when it comes to weather prediction. Guess the movie fourth prediction dimension. I'm better with my gauges when it comes to weather prediction. Twister. I don't know. Hefty
We're
Lefty.
talking about bacon.
Is that airplane? He said, Hefty Lefty says him and Boogie and Draymond and Sheed could be on the next banana boat. The hell is he talking about?
Well, no need to get into the man's personal life.
He's talking about when they all went on vacation together. What? I don't know. All I know is we're late for a break. Let's do this. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Hey everybody, Mark Asher, about to tell you about my friends at Valley Medical Weight Loss. I love this company. I've used them. I have friends that have used them. A ton of weight has been lost in a quick amount of time, and the right way. That's the important part. Look, they have 3 Valley locations, Tempe, Glendale, and Phoenix. So one is close to you, and they've been doing this for well over a decade. And right now you can get your first week, $31.95, absolutely free. Just mention Money Radio or mention The Fanatic, and it is on them. 602-441-3305 or valleymedicalweightloss.com.
Last year, the series' most popular driver took home the championship.
This season,
it's anybody's guess who will win.
NASCAR heads to the heartland of America, Kansas Speedway, for the Bushy McBush 400 this Sunday at 11 a.m.
Don't miss a moment of the ground-pounding excitement of NASCAR.
Sponsored by Phoenix Raceway.
Your new epicenter for NASCAR racing in the Valley. 1580 and 99.3.
The Fanatic.
Last summer, Arizona experienced record heat. Hottest summer in Arizona history. 145 days of 100+ degrees, 53 days of over 110. Summer heat is starting sooner and it's lasting longer, and your power bills are more expensive every year. Take control of your power bills. Call Harmon Solar today. Harmon Solar is locally owned and operated. They use top-of-the-line equipment, and they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. Call Harmon Solar, 800-281-3189, or go to harmonsolar.com. Harmon Solar is an REC certified solar professional.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. I'm a better neighbor because my service has taught me how important it is to be a team player. My training helps me in my classes when I give attention to detail to the task at hand. My service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my country safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time by visiting nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Arizona Army National Guard, aired by the Arizona Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, this is Bruce Jacobs from my friends and former employers at ProCopy. For over 20 years, ProCopy has provided Arizona companies with the best office equipment available from companies like Ricoh. More importantly, they provide outstanding service after the sale with a 96% retention ratio and award-winning technicians. 3 years ago, they joined the Flex Technologies Group, an Arizona-based nationwide group of companies that share ProCopy's commitment to excellence. So if you have branches anywhere in the United States or just here in Arizona, you can get great personalized service even during the current climate. We use them here at The Fanatic and Money Radio KFNN, and they never disappoint because they remain a local company. They give back to our community by supporting ASU and the Thunderbirds through the Phoenix Open. The ProCopy Foundations has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars. That makes doing business with ProCopy good for your business. Just give them a call at 602-PROCOPY. That's 602-776-2679.
The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, Arizona's new home for sports. Hear about Marcus Gilbert retiring?
No.
Yeah, well, Marcus Gilbert retired.
Sad to see you go, Marcus. The insert name of team here will miss you.
You don't remember Marcus Gilbert? He was on the Cardinals.
Yeah, but didn't he sat out for the COVID protocol thing?
No,
and,
he missed the season because he tore an ACL.
Oh,
yeah, he was bad.
I thought
then the next season he opted out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
and yeah, really, the opt out may not have been as much about COVID as it was his ACL and him knowing. But yeah, he played 8 seasons for the Steelers.
Yeah,
who got him there in the second round of the draft back in 2011. And so his goodbye, he said nice things to the Rooney family and the Tomlin and all that. But he also said nice things to the Cardinals. He said, although my tenure with the Arizona Cardinals was short, I cherished my time in the Grand Canyon State. I wish Cliff Dingleberry and the Arizona Cardinals the best of luck this season.
It's time to rise up.
So, that was nice. I mean, I don't have anything against the guy, dude.
Classy? No, not at all. Not at all.
So he has retired.
Well, good for you. Enjoy your retirement, sir.
Yeah. Prison Wallet says, with all this stuff going on in the Major League Baseball and the NBA and referees and umpires, maybe there's a conspiracy to try to damage sports. Because it seems like they're doing a damn good job at this, if there is one.
You're thinking that for some reason that there is a conspiracy to damage sports.
All right, let's consider that maybe there's something to that. Who would be behind it? All right, we are the detectives. We are the you just drive the car, Phil.
Oh, good.
Okay,
good.
we're the detectives.
I'm the Uber driver.
You're and we are trying to figure out. Randy,
yes,
you left your gun inside the damn diner again. Go back in there and get it.
What?
Well, before we can start to look into this investigation, you left your gun sitting in the booth in the diner again. Go back in there and get it.
I got it.
Oh, Jesus, get the gun away from Phil.
Wow.
Phil should never handle that.
Oh, no, I misfired.
I don't know what the hell's going on here.
All right. So if there is a conspiracy and the referees being paid off by somebody, damage sports. That's what we need to do. We need to damage sports. Who is behind that? Who wants to hurt sports?
I think it's the Society for Non-Sports-like minded people.
I don't think there is such a
society.
there is. Well, who's
there
in
is.
the society?
Well, there's usually Harvard and Yale students,
Sure,
Stanford students, all the eggheads,
People who row.
MIT,
right?
maybe the the guys that, because there's not a professional rowing team. Those people that are rowers in college,
right.
They're
That's
probably
not really,
trying to ruin major sports as it is today.
People like Phil who dance during the theme music.
Yeah.
Hey, this is the disco.
Stop,
vibe.
Phil. You just drive the car, Phil.
Yeah, drive the damn car.
Can I bob and drive?
No.
So then the logo for this society of people against sports should just be one of them little nerds with the underwear pulled up his ass. And he's like kind of hanging on a doorknob.
Well, no, maybe maybe it's just a pair of tidy whities that brings everybody back to the time when they got the super wedgies.
So I don't know, Prison Wallet. This is a hard one to really substantiate.
Yeah.
I don't know why they'd waste so much time.
Yeah.
Who else wants to hurt sports?
I don't know why somebody'd want to do that.
Yeah, I just don't get it. So, what do we say? Case closed or
case
to be continued?
Hefty Lefty says Dwight Howard, Boogie Cousins, Draymond Green, king of technical fouls, Rasheed Wallace. They can create the next super team targeted by refs.
Yeah.
That would be something. You have like all these 5 guys that, now your starting lineup, Dwight Howard, Boogie Cousins. They all come running out. And like 30 seconds later, you got the bench playing because they've all been ejected.
Yeah. Well, either that or they just come out and start every game with 1 technical each.
Just to have it get it out of the way.
Just, they Dwight Howard. And they blow a technical on him.
Oh, damn it.
Boogie Cousins.
Oh,
Draymond Green.
All right.
See what I'm saying?
So, do they shoot them, or they just put the 5 points up on the scoreboard?
Do they shoot them?
No, shoot the free throws.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they shoot anybody. No. Dear God, no.
That's how they play basketball in Russia.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, guys, tomorrow is draft day. Best day till fantasy football draft.
Agree.
Guys. I'll pay attention this year so I can pick my own players and win whatever league I'm in. Just wish I could destroy Phil.
Well, good luck. You got to get in the Premier League.
And he says Draymond King is the king of the testicle fouls.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he kicked the guy in the Ginobili.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Hitting the Nuts says Roger Goodell is behind this.
Yeah. What?
He's a soulless ginger. That's why. You don't need another reason.
Roger Goodell has made a damn good living off of sports. Why would he try
That's
to
why you'd never suspect
corrupt
it? You'd never suspect him.
I think it's Jeff
It's a
Bezos.
perfect crime.
That's going to be hard to swallow.
I think it's Jeff Bezos.
Hefty Lefty says, I know who's behind this thing. Sasquatch. What are you, Baker Mayfield off
Could
in
be.
here? By the way, Baker Mayfield is a firm believer in UFOs and Sasquatch. Is he screwing with people, or is he really that Ohio?
Well,
he said he saw the UFO.
Yeah, he
The
claims
truth
that
is
he saw
out
a
there.
UFO.
Yeah, and he says it's real, and I believe.
You believe Baker Mayfield?
No. Baker
That's what he
Mayfield
said.
said, I believe. He says, I'm a firm believer in UFOs and Sasquatch. It's real. I saw it. I'm glad the Navy finally confirmed there's more pictures. Now everybody doesn't think I'm crazy. He says, I believe. It was bright enough to where it caught the girls, my wife's attention too. We just kind of looked at each other. Did you see that? Yeah, I saw that.
Wow.
Did you see that? I saw that. Other people confirmed it too. Yeah, listen, guys, not every UFO is aliens. Sometimes it's test craft, drones.
Just a guy walking by in a Speedo.
Projections.
Unidentified flying object.
With some of the lasers, if it's a cloudy night, you can project images onto a cloud with a strong enough laser and, make people think they saw something. Now, I don't know that is what, with the Navy, it's a different thing. They've got the, like on the on Top Gun, is like when they've got a lock on something, they should have fired missiles.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
In the Navy.
The way that thing was
Damn you,
moving?
Phil. What?
The way that thing was moving?
I mean, try it. I mean, why not? I mean, maybe you're not brave enough to put a missile lock on an alien craft, because here's the thing. If it's not an alien craft, then you're shooting down some Russian, spy plane. If it is an alien craft, now then bastards know we mean business. Stop anally probing us. That's all we're asking.
Wow.
By the way, I know that radio messages go out to the universe and keep going.
Yeah.
Remember when you watch Contact, they showed you how far back the radio messages go.
Yeah.
On behalf of everybody in the great state of Arizona,
yes,
please do not anally probe us.
Wow.
You take that crap to New Mexico. Thank you. Twitty, says, best segue ever, Jeffrey. Thank you. Large Marge says, every day is draft day if you have a keg. Ooh, I salute you. Can Kenton says, President Crypt Keeper going to be on TV. Almost every channel except for sports there. Yeah. Oh, is he? Okay, whatever.
I think he's making an address of some kind.
Crypt Keeper? I like Sleepy Joe better. That sounds a little more
Sleepy
friendly.
Joe is-
Crypt Keeper. Yeah, President Crypt Keeper.
Yikes. Guys.
Baker's Cocky Hen says the FBI has come out and shown UFO videos. UFO doesn't mean aliens, it means nobody knows what the hell it is.
Yeah.
That's what I said earlier. Boomer Sooner says, crap, Phil, show's almost over. You had to go there, did you? Navy Brad says the Navy can neither deny or,
can neither confirm nor deny
the presence of UFOs or Phil.
In the Navy.
I swear to God, stop singing the Navy.
Wow.
Stop with that. Just stop. You want
It's
to hear
not country.
a guy that is just
guys.
Okay, I'm gonna start hurting people. This guy is seeing UFOs. Breshad Perryman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's saying that Jared Goff's arm talent is crazy.
Wow.
Crazy good, crazy bad.
You know what?
Crazy
I'll give him that.
weird.
His arm talent. But unfortunately, it's connected to one of the dumbest mofos you've ever seen. So it does a good arm talent does not a good quarterback make.
No, not at all.
So Breshad Perryman's just like, hey, I'm excited to work with him. You're just saying that. He's just saying that. He just got signed. So of course he's going to say that.
Is he though? Is he just saying that?
He's just saying that so maybe he'll get the ball. That's it.
I think you know what? I think he's got a new quarterback in town. He sees there's new life. There's a new coach in town. There's a new attitude. And I think he's pretty excited about this.
That's some pretty rosy hued glasses you got over there.
He's
for the
excited about
Lions.
trying to get the ball. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they get the ball.
Good news for Baby Got Dak.
Okay.
I guess they're saying that Dak Prescott's rehab progress they're very impressed with. Very impressed with where he's at. Coming off that type of an injury, his footwork is looking great. He's doing all the normal movements. And so everybody is very impressed with his progress. So that's good news for you, Baby Got Dak. It's good news. And listen, I like Dak Prescott. You know, I don't mind the Cowboys as much as I used to. Used to kind of hate them, you know?
Jerry Jones has been very vocal these past couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, did you hear him the other day when he was talking about Pitts?
Yeah, he just wants him some Pitts. He's
Yeah,
just, we talked about it on the show. I don't know if you listened. But
no, thank you.
yeah,
Thank you. But did you hear what he specifically said?
Visions of sugar plums
Visions
dancing
of
in our
sugar
heads.
plums. And he's
I
talking
also
about
said
the
on
ballet.
show, so-
He's talking as if it's a ballet.
Jerry does listen to
He's
the
thinking
show.
it like it would be Christmas. That was what it was. In his own weirdness, he thought if it would be Christmas if I could get Dak Prescott throwing Pitts the ball. That's what he was trying to tell Pitts when he was talking to him.
Wonder what Amari Cooper and some of those guys think about that kind of talk.
And I'm sure they're a little hurt. Sure, they're a little bit, glad he's not paying attention to them.
I mean, he's got some great young offensive wide receivers.
Yeah, but he's looking
besides
for
Amari Cooper. Now he wants to bring in this Pitts guy.
Yeah, tight end though. That's a different position. That won't hurt them feeling. Everybody knows you could use a good tight end. Shut up, Phil.
I used to have a tight end.
I just knew Phil. See, I just stopped Phil, and then I can't. Is this show still on?
Are we still on the air?
I think we're still on the air in the Navy.
Spin the wheel of sports. Oh, damn it.
Sorry.
Damn it. I tried. It's all right.
Well,
you want to talk about some NFL quarterbacks?
Do we have time?
Hey, did you hear that $1 million there Matt Stafford and his wife gave to that childhood thing?
Yeah, no, they gave a bunch of orphans to a foundation.
Yeah. Phil does not listen to this show. I talked about dancing with sugar plums on this show.
Yeah, you did.
No visions.
The day it happened.
They weren't dancing.
Boomer Suter says, have you seen Jerry Jones' son sitting next to him? He's like a clone right there. After he left, he says, always took Jerry as more of a back of the knee kind of guy.
Yeah.
Not Pitts, but to each his own.
Back of the knee.
We will see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. It's draft day here on the Blender. See you. Bye-bye.
Feeling stressed in your skin? Not with new Olay body wash infused with skincare ingredient retinol. Olay with retinol